So I was telling German, I'm going to be playing in the background because I didn't make checkpoint. I'm not like too far, but I just got distracted with other things.
Life happens, yeah.
Yeah. I'm at I'm at the part where like the bridge is falling down.
Okay.
And now that you say that, German, now that you say about the full screen thing, if I play in windowed mode.
By the way, this was funny. That this game, Metal Gear Rising, it was the first and only time I've ever said like
fucking right.
It chops. Okay, it's the first time I was like
smooth in windowed mode.
I'm like, what the fuck? This game is like it's ass, right? That's what I wanted to know. I'm like, what frames am I playing at? And maybe because I was already quote unquote spoiled by playing at 60 frames earlier, it felt like gas, right?
German's feeling it now.
No. But guess what? I'm playing right now. I'm playing some fucking Ocarina of Time. And this fucker's running at 20 frames per second. I'm like, hey, that's cool. I don't care. I don't know, man, because
there's something wrong with your emulator, man. That shit should be running at 60.
Ocarina of Time?
Any N64 game. At this point in the emulation scene, like the only ones that were still like in the struggling stage were like GoldenEye and Perfect Dark.
But I don't feel like it's lag. I feel like this is exactly how I played on the 64.
Well, yeah, because 64 was 30 frames.
More powerful than that.
Yeah, there must be just something with my settings. Yeah, that I'm just telling it.
Yeah, you could unlock it, man. Whatever. You can fucking do 120 if your screen can handle it.
You do 1,000.
Yeah, you do 1,000,000.
Well, what I was trying to get at is that this one, because I guess this is what was considered normal, doesn't.
You're just used to it.
I'm like, that's fine. But the Metal Gear one, I was like, fucking shit, dude. Like I was. To jump the gun real quick, I died a lot to Metal Gear, not because I was sucking at it. It was mostly fighting the controller and fucking the frames.
To Ray?
Yeah.
What?
Well, I'm also playing on hard, which I'm kind of like, should I be playing on hard? Because I kind of want to
playing
enjoy
on normal
it.
Because I don't remember how to play this.
Yeah, I was kind of like, fuck. I'm like, did I make a mistake? Like, I haven't really died against any other normal enemies. But like I said, I was. We'll get into it when we start. Going more in sequence here, but I kind of fought the controllers a little bit. I'm not too happy with the controllers too much.
Yeah,
on one point,
you have opened my eyes. Like playing in windowed mode is fucking great because I think I thought about it too. I was like, man, this should be running better, but like I just didn't put any thought into it.
You accepted it because it was like a 10-year-old game.
Yeah, I was like, it's probably something. Yeah, something with the drivers. Like who knows? But yeah, in windowed mode, this thing is fucking rocking, dude. Like holy shit. But yeah, anyways, besides that, how you guys been? What you guys been doing this week?
I have
playing
been
this.
What?
Playing this.
Oh, playing this.
Yeah.
What have I been doing? Yeah.
This was I gotta say, it was really hard for me to not like reset the game and start over and play again. I love this game.
Yeah, all right.
Like, but why reset it? Oh, just to get a flawless or get better ranking?
Just to get more out of it.
Just to get more, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Higher difficulty, whatever. Yeah, just different strategies. Stuff
I will admit to this. This was funny. This is a fucking game I would love to do mission based where you can replay missions. So I can get more fucking more money or whatever the fuck they call it, you know?
Yeah,
I'm like,
VP or whatever.
Yeah, I'm like, I want to go back and get some more money, motherfuckers. Like, I want to grind for that gray fox.
Give me the spines.
Well, no, it's the left hands that's the money. Yeah. The spines are your.
Though.
No, the spines are for your health and your Gatorade or what do you call it? Electrolytes.
Your Gatorade, yeah. It totally is your Gatorade.
It's your electrolytes and life. It's the left arms that are your fucking your cash,
your currency, yeah.
Which, by the way, that guy's name is like, what's his name? Doctor or something like that.
Like Tor. Well, I mean, that's how you spell it. That's how you spell it in Russian.
Tor, yeah.
Yeah, because got Boris. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I was gonna say, is he not goddamn a fusion of fucking what's his face?
Sokolov and
yep. No, not Sokolov. Not to me, anyways.
Really? That's what I thought.
Yeah. Sokolov. No, I see the sorrow and the fucking asshole from Acid 2, man.
From Acid 2.
Yeah. I see the sorrow and what was it? Not Wiseman. What the fuck was his name? Was it Wiseman? No, that was the other one.
Oh my. So Wiseman was the first guy we worked with, and then there was the other guy you're talking about, right? That took over after that.
No, the first guy was Dalton. Was the first guy?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Was his name Wiseman? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, Wiseman.
Oh,
look at Wiseman.
The guy who actually gave you the mission. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Wiseman.
Fuck.
Yeah, his name was Wiseman, and it looks like Wiseman fused straight up with fucking Sokolov, to me, at least.
Yeah, to me,
so you think it looks like Sokolov, yeah.
Yeah, so you said Sokolov.
I meant Sorrow. God damn it, Sorrow.
Well, now you mention it, I feel like Sokolov and Sorrow. That's what I see now.
Okay, I see Wiseman and Sorrow.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, yeah, Boris, him. I don't remember the other two people's name. By the way, I do like having the codec again. I've been making some calls.
I was gonna say your old friend, the codec is back.
I've actually been calling people too. Calls. Yeah, I have. It was fun.
What about you, Chris?
I haven't. I didn't even think about the codec. I just
Oh my god! Yeah, it's like back to the old days of codec calls. Like it's actually I forgot how much I missed it.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't mind it in Peace Walker too much. But it was random who you called, right? It was like you push select if you enabled it on select, you pushed it and it was just like and it was just random who picked up, and what stuff they gave you was cool, but it was just random who picked up. On this one, you can sit there and call Boris like 10 times so he starts repeating himself. Like, okay, cool, I got everything out of him. And you go on to the next character. It's cool. I kind of missed it.
See, now I have to go back and redo that. So there's my excuse. But yeah, otherwise my week was good. Played a little more Minecraft on the EROC server. We're playing ERL Craft, as you know.
Oh, are you? I didn't know.
Yeah. We played the Pokemon one all of like 3 days, and he's like, "I'm bored."
Yeah,
cool. So we moved on, and now he's getting bored again. So classic EROC. But I've been playing that. Played a little Kerbal Space Program, which I haven't played for 10 years.
You did a competition with somebody one time, no?
I did, yeah. Quill. Yeah, we did a race to the moon, and neither of us made it.
That's right, yeah.
He almost did, though. I think he got into near orbit of the moon.
Okay.
But never actually landed. I didn't even get close. I don't think I even made I don't think I was even able to orbit the planet, let alone get to the moon. So
that's funny.
Yeah, that was good times. Good times. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. I have actually been working on Secret Project with my wife. I think I may have hinted at it a couple episodes ago. I don't even know if it was this podcast or the other one. But I might as well tell you guys already because we are editing together the footage. I kind of want to leave it up to the listeners. I'm thinking of just doing a completely different channel for this specific stuff because it's Minecraft, just me and her.
Okay.
In a world with Minecraft. And she says that we should do it in the Pixel Benders one. And I'm like, I don't know if that's the same audience. So I'm just kind of leaving it up to the listeners. Like, what do you guys think? Because obviously we're not done editing. Otherwise I'll just make like a whole nother YouTube channel. Sorry, I'm trying to talk and kill people at the same time, and I didn't realize I had a hostage here.
Hostage
is dead. Fuck.
Yeah. Same with me.
But yeah, so I don't know. What is your guys' opinion?
I don't think it would be a bad idea to put it on the Pixel Benders, just because we do a pretty wide variety of stuff anyway, as it is.
Okay.
And we've talked noise about doing like other stuff too, like Let's Plays and stuff like that as well. So I don't think it would be out of place necessarily. I think a lot of our viewers have a fairly wide spectrum of what they like anyway. So I think we would have people interested in that, or we'd have more people come in there, just interested in that, and they get introduced to other things in the process.
True.
So
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, the boss has spoken. The Blue Rhino boss.
Metal Gear. Oh wait, the boss, not the big boss. Never mind.
Yeah.
I am a woman.
But yeah, that's what we've been working on. We were cracking up just editing the first episode, so we're like, okay, this is good stuff.
That's always a good sign.
Yeah, like laughing at ourselves and just like we're so dumb, like just dumb things. But yeah, that's what we've been doing in our week. We have two episodes recorded, but we just need to get through the first one because I'm learning a new method of editing inside of DaVinci Resolve.
Okay.
Which is multicam editing, which has always been a feature in there, but I never had a use for it because I was like, well, I don't record multiple cameras. But for this, obviously, I have two things of footage. So I'm like, ooh, I could use multicam editing. Mm-hmm. And yeah, like once I finally figured out my my actual workflow, like how it would work, it's fucking awesome. Like it's a breeze. Like basically you just type 1 or 2 on the keyboard and it switches between whatever cameras. Like you could do up to 4, I think, maybe more.
I think so, yeah.
You just play the footage, and when you want to switch to camera 2, you just hit 2 and it automatically cuts to that one. And then you can come back, just press 1 when it go back to the other one. So you don't have to like sit there and like slice, and do all the normal editing things. Like you could literally watch it in real time and cut it. And then if it wasn't where you wanted exactly, just go back and adjust it however you want.
Yeah.
So that was a pretty fun way to do it. So yeah, I have like the first pass going for the first episode, and I just got to go in there. I am going to be bleeping bad words because our son likes watching.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, you know what? This will be content for him too. And like he was watching us edit and he's like, I want to watch it again. And I'm like, okay, good. I'm glad you're enjoying it. So
that's cool.
And Jesse at one point was like, oh man, I wish there was a way to like cut to what he's doing because he's playing Bedrock on his computer while we're recording this. So we're all in the same room. And she's like, man, I wish we could just like cut to him. Like, meanwhile, our son is just like destroying his world and doing whatever the hell he's doing, putting lava everywhere.
Pretty much playing the game,
Yeah, I mean, there's no wrong way to play that game. Except the one thing I'm trying to teach him is to not hurt animals. Because like he immediately goes and starts doing that. And I'm like, I don't want this in your head right now. Like, like I want you to know why to kill the animals instead of just like doing it out of pleasure,
Yeah.
I don't want that to translate to real life for him, and stuff like that. You never know if it will actually affect him or not. It might just be the way he, vents out his frustrations. Who knows what he's going on in his head, He is a little person, so.
I mean, he might just 100% be like, it's just a game. I'm not going to,
Yeah, and I don't know yet if that's what he knows. So for now, every time I hear him like just starting to like torture chickens and dogs, I'm like, come on, give me the controller. And he'll get sad for a minute, go off, cry for like 2 seconds, and then he's fine. And then
give him one of those toy diamond swords, right?
Yeah.
And take him to a petting zoo, and that's how you can test him.
Right. Exactly. What do you do with the diamond sword, son?
Yeah.
Or I'll just hand him a bucket of lava. Where do you put this bucket of lava, son?
Yeah.
You could pick it up at Rayleigh's, I think, right?
Well, when you said there's one thing I don't want him to do, is that you're going to say, burn down the mansions or something like that.
Oh, I don't care what he does.
Because, that's what I
work.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
it's like, see you guys later. I'm sure you guys got this. Like,
yeah, you guys can put it to that, right? Later. Welcome back, everybody, to Codec Calls, the Metal Gear Saga podcast, where we discuss the Metal Gear games from 1987 all the way to the present in chronological release date order. I am Noise, and I am accompanied by my 2 other cyborg ninjas, German codename. Fuck, I almost called you Piranha Boss. Chrono Riser.
Yes, hey guys.
Thanks, Chris. And Chris, aka Piranha Boss.
Hello.
So yeah, what's the story here? What's this game about?
I don't even care. I just love it.
Well, Chris, you thought we were gonna be like Gray Fox or something, right? Originally.
Oh yeah, you said that. Yes.
You guys said something about.
I said slice and dice into little.
Yeah, well, you said the blade or something like that, and I was like, do we get to play as Gray Fox? And then you talked about like slicing watermelons, and that completely threw me off. I was like, what? What does slicing watermelons have to do with it? But I got it now. So funny story. I told you that I was going to make sure I didn't like look at the package or anything. So the way I did that, it was I took the game and I put another game on top of it. And I took that and I disconnected my PS3 from everything. Took those both back to my bedroom to my wife, and I said, I have a weird request for you. Please take the game that's under this one out of its package, take the disc out, put it aside here, and close it, and do not let me see it. And that's exactly what she did. So I didn't see it until I turned it on.
Okay.
So,
what'd you think?
I had a nerdgasm.
A nerdgasm.
When you first saw it? Okay.
Well, when I like got started with the game and realized who I was going to be playing as, yeah.
Okay.
Because you kind of have been asking to be Raiden again since 4, I think you said.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, Chris. I'm surprised the first thought was a nerdgasm and not like fear. That fucking
a feargasm.
Yeah, that certain somebody might be here.
I don't care about that.
Oh, okay.
I put that behind me. That was not in my thoughts.
Okay.
I was thinking happy thoughts.
Okay,
thank you.
Do you know what day it is tomorrow?
But I am glad that so far she hasn't been in this.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. I'm like, I don't know either, Chris. Remember, I'm new to this one too, so I don't know if she's gonna be in here. I don't know,
but
nothing. So.
I was interested to find out that this happens post MGS4.
That I
knew, because the one guy talked about they had shut down the what was it? Oh my gosh, SOP, yeah. And so I was like, wait, does this take place after MGS4? Because that's when all that happened. And so I was like, huh, interesting. So yeah, I got that bit from the story.
All right.
And the Metal Gear Rays, they were fun to fight.
Well, there's only one.
Just the one?
It's just the one.
You just fight it twice.
Yeah, just the one. Yeah.
Which, by the way, I kind of laughed at first because Raiden does this. Oh, but it was cool. It's a custom. It says custom Metal Gear or whatever, right? And it's when he first does his plasma blast at you, whoever's talking to you, I don't know, Boris or somebody. He's like, son of, they switched out the hydro whatever for fucking plasma.
Right,
the plasma gun. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, all right, cool. And I laughed because Raiden does this cool badass like pose, right? Like, oh, I killed it, and it comes back, right? And you're like, okay, cool. I didn't fuck it up enough the first time, so you fight it again. God of War style too, is like right in your face kind of shit, right? So you fuck him up, bam, 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 bam. Does a badass pose again, only for the son of a bitch to come out a third fucking time and like like stop making this badass pose, and then on the final time you slice the shit out of right in half, right? And I'm like, should have done that from the beginning, you dumbass. So I was just kind of laughing because I'm like, instead of posing, you should have chopped this fucker up, dude.
But you know how it is, German. Because it's the cliche Dragon Ball and a lot of anime thing where, I knocked him down. There's a big cloud of dust. They must be dead. So you start walking away, and then, haha, I'm still fine. And the whole thing. It's like, it's that whole thing all over again.
Again, I don't know how much are you gonna keep about the settings and all that noise, but like since this is so the way I'm playing this game is on Steam, and I didn't buy it because this is available on what's called like the Family Pass or some shit like that. So you just got to be a family.
Who's on your
my buddy Jesse, whose laptop this technically belongs to.
It. Nice.
Yeah, I asked him, I'm like, hey, do you have Rising? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, do you think I can play it? And he was all like, he's like, I think it's on Family Pass. And I was like, bro, I don't know what the fuck that is, but I'm imagining what it is, right? And sure enough, like, it took us a little bit to get it on just because like I had to log on to his Steam account on this computer. Yeah. And then like, so just because at first they were like, nope, we detected this is not in the same household. Fuck off. And I was like, shit. I'm like, I'll have to buy it anyways. And then I did the classic Reddit. I'm like, Reddit, how to solve it? It's like, this is how you solve it. And I was like, cool. Yeah, I was like, cool, found it. And I was like, so I was able to play it. And so I got his whole catalog that he's down, to let me play and shit. So
that's cool.
But
nice.
But that's how I'm playing it. So anyway, this is my first like official, like real PC game that I'm gonna be in the beating. Because remember, I've played a few other PC games, dabbled on them. Yeah. And the settings
dabbling on those games.
There was something, shit, where was I gonna go with this? Something about the PC settings, controller. Yes. Slicing. So I'm messing with settings, all the graphics and all that bullshit. Right. And remember I was saying in full screen it was just choppy as a motherfucker, right? So I was like, huh. So I turned everything like to the slowest, performance wise. I was like the minimum amount of like shading and the minimum amount of slices or something like that, like how many times you can slice an item or how many times the items stay on screen or something like that. So I turned all that shit to the minimum, and it was still fucking like 20 frames per second, like whatever. So that's how I played the first fucking mission 0. That's how I played that entire fucking mission. And so then now that I got it running smoothly on the windowed mode, I turned everything up to the maximum, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm still not really seeing a difference, but except for I can the amount of the time these sliced items stay on screen is fucking a long time. So I'm goofing around. Again, this is an older game. Maybe those settings don't make that much of a difference in a game like this, but we'll see what happens at the end of this venture with this game.
It's most likely because your computer can handle all of it, so it doesn't make a difference.
That much. I do see a little bit when they do the shadings. I do see that one. There's another setting that I was goofing off in mission 1, official mission 1, where you're on the beach, and I could see like how it was drawing the beach. Right. Okay. It went from looking like Halo, like fucking Halo, just like, it's just dirt. Fuck it. You know, like one flat surface to, oh shit, here's a bunch of little rocks and pebbles. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, whatever, you know. But that's like I said, I've been playing around with the settings a little bit, but I do notice that Raiden looks a little bit weird every now and then. Not because he looks bad. It's just sometimes he looks so much more younger than in other times, in my opinion. Or is it just me? Kind of get what I'm saying?
Well, the first suit, like the Mission 0, the first suit, he does look. I don't like that look.
He looks way different, right? It wasn't me. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks real strange. Like he got a newer body or something. Like just like what you're saying. But then when he gets his new one, then it's like, yes, this is what I want to look like.
Looks more, He definitely, like there was a moment in time where I was like, it looked like a Final Fantasy character, dude. I think there was one moment where I was like, dude, this fucker looks like what's his name? I forgot.
Cloud?
Zach? No, Cloud and Zach or Zach. I don't fucking remember.
Well, Cloud's the blonde one.
Yeah.
Zach's the real hero.
Yeah, technically. It looked like him minus the blonde hair, but I'm like, dude, this fucker looks like Zach, dude. Like there was just like a close up. I'm like, he looks just like a Final Fantasy character. But I'm like, whatever. And like I said, now we'll get the new suit and everything. So I don't know what downloads or what do you call it? DLC is available or whatnot. But like, I got a bunch of kind of cool stuff that I can upgrade to and buy. And I'm like, it's expensive. I can't buy it yet. But I'm like, ooh, I kind of want to get this stuff. But I'm wondering if it's base game or not, you know? Or no, because it's my own save file. So it can't be because my buddy already beat it. So this must be just some DLC that's available from the get-go, I'm assuming. Like the Gray Fox suit and
yes. I think actually it's because all of that stuff was like DLC or whatever for the PS3 version. And sometimes what happens when they port things over to PC or to another system, it's like
put it on
the definitive version, you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Yeah.
Like Resident Evil 4 on the GameCube didn't come with the Mercenaries DLC where you had like the multiplayer stuff and like the Ava story. But then when it came to PS2, it had all of that shit on there.
PS2?
Yeah. Resident Evil 4 went to PS2.
Okay, because originally it was GameCube. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, it was first on GameCube and then they ported it to PS2 and it had all that shit.
And then then
PC and all that stuff.
And well, then it's also been like remade once for shit officially, right?
Yes, just recently last year, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
which I heard you played it, right? You said it's really good. I have not played it. Blow your mind.
I own it, but I haven't played it.
Oh, okay. I've never played it before, and I keep hearing it's
that's what I'm supposed to be kind of playing for Twitch, but I keep fucking getting distracted and shit. Right now, I'm doing the Leon Kennedy trilogy, so I'm doing Resident Evil 2 remake, Resident Evil 4 remake, and then Resident Evil 6, which I've never played through, and there's no remake of that, so it's semi-modern game.
And 6 is like 5, where it's multiplayer, right?
Yes, but it's like the worst one. It's like
6 is worse than 5?
Well, as far as like gameplay and story, like people hated 6. They did say that the best campaign though is the Leon Kennedy stuff.
Yep, so. It is. I beaten 5 and I like it. I get it. It's not Resident Evil by any means, but I liked it, you know, because I'm like, hey, it's fun. 2-player game, like cool, you know. You can grind on that one. You can go back and do missions and fucking get lots of money or whatever to upgrade your weapon. It's no big deal. Yeah. 6, I thought it was okay. You're right. The Leon's mission was 100% old school. Fucking survivor, zombies, no parasites. I was like, oh shit, this is Resident Evil, right? I didn't mind the other missions too much, but I don't remember much about them, so I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay.
But I didn't mind 6. But anyways, back to Metal Gear, because that's what this one's all about. But I wanted to complain. We'll get into story, which it's still kind of up in the air too much what's going on for me. Because like I said, I gotta rewatch. Because like I said, no Metal Gear game have I ever been like, oh, I understood everything first try. Like, no, you gotta fucking go multiple times and be like, oh, okay. But so the reason
I'm Big Boss.
One of the reasons I kept dying to Ray as well, and was that it does like a forced lock on where like you get like a lock on to the legs or the head. And free camera's disabled, right? Am I wrong? You can't free swing your camera around, right?
I think anytime you hold L2, you can free cam.
L2? Okay. But that's your Zenkai mode or whatever, right? Your
yeah. But so you can't move your right stick at all when I don't remember that.
No, it'll literally switch between like left leg, right? And I was like, dude, like I didn't even know I was locked onto one of the legs now, like the left leg, for example, and I was trying to attack the right leg. Yeah. And it was like trying to dash across. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? I was just kind of pissed off in that mode. Again, it's probably me too, not just trying to play the game a little differently. But yeah, I got beat up a lot. And again, I was playing on way lower frames. So I was doing really good against them. And I would always get comboed. Like I'd get hit by one little thing and then he just combos you, bam, bam. And I kept dying. By the way, they kept the whole right in. You know, like, all right. There was something else. Damn, I should have wrote it down. There was something else that they put in here. Oh yeah. Fucking what's the name? Boris like kept you waiting, huh? Or some bullshit.
Oh, that's
at the end of Mission Zero.
Thank you for remembering that. Yeah.
There was a couple of throwbacks that I was like, okay, all right, fuckers, you got me. Like, all right, fine. It's a Metal Gear. Yeah, it's like all right, it's a Metal Gear game. Fine. So I know I pushed the button, but I guess I fucking didn't. But when you're fighting the geckos, if you do one of the cool moves and whatever, you like swing around them or through them or whatnot, and you get every time you get the kanji. Well, I don't even know what that kanji is actually, but whatever that kanji is, I didn't know that's like telling you to like hold the Zenkai button so you can fucking slash the shit out of him. I thought it was just like again him posing like, oh, I'm cool,
Yeah.
But yeah, because I swear I did on the geckos and it didn't do shit. I'm like, huh. I'm like, okay, whatever. And then I was fighting a chopper in mission 1, and it's he's shooting these missiles at you, right? And like you gotta like you jump on him, and you jump behind the chopper, and it kept showing that fucking kanji, and the chopper would escape, and I did this like back and forth like 10, 15, 20 times. I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to do, man? Like I couldn't really hit it, and finally I get that kanji like, and I was like Senkai, and it was like, fuck you, dude. I swear I tried that. I'm like, oh, whatever.
I did the exact same thing.
Okay.
Chopper, yep.
Yeah, I was like, and so I'm like, so now with the geckos, I must be able to do that cool slice thing. But the humans, I've done it because I was trying to get their left arms and their fucking Gatorade and shit, so.
Gatorade.
Yeah. But
H2O.
H2O. But no, freaking I am liking this game. I definitely think it's pretty cool. I know a little bit about it, so I'm not too in the dark. I knew it was in the future. I knew it was Raiden, and that's about all. I think I know maybe one other thing that's coming up, but not that's it. So we can keep talking about the characters so far. So the president, Mumbai or something like that. I'm totally
Prime Minister, you mean?
Prime Minister, you're right. He gets killed. Oh yeah, so this mercenary dude, I forgot, Diablo Incorporated or some shit like that. Yeah, they're all about like they're pissed because of what do you call it? Ever since SOP, yeah, they're pissed because there's no more money. Like I don't know. So far, they're not impressing me too much as the villain. It's like, I'm all about I like war, etc. I'm like, all right, I get it, sure.
I like
he's
war.
there. What's funny about him? In Chapter 0. When he's got the prime minister and he's running, it's supposed to be a section where you got to use, they call it straight up ninja run, which I thought was kind of funny. I'm like, you couldn't come up with like a cooler, like a different name, like use your ninja run. Yeah, I'm like, all right.
Press the action button.
Run like Naruto.
Yeah, that's just exactly. That's what's funny. They call the other thing Zenkai mode or whatever the fuck it's called, but this one's ninja run. I'm like, okay, whatever, game. Like, you couldn't call it lightning mode or something. I don't know,
Oh god, yeah, that's right. They call him Mr. Thunderbolt.
Yeah, it was Mr.
Thunderbolt.
Something like that. Yeah.
Lightning bolt.
And something like that. But anyways, yeah, the guy that grabs him, the bald looking guy, with the looks like fucking big old shears, right? With
oh, dude, that crazy
serrated shears. Yeah.
It makes me think of Clock Tower. Did you ever play that horror game?
Never played it, but I know of it. Okay. Oh yeah, yeah.
Those ghosts with the giant scissors.
Mm-hmm. It also kind of reminds me of like something from like Silent Hill or Resident Evil too. Like some fucking
very horror themed.
Because it's like that thing wouldn't be good for slicing. I mean, it would chop the fuck. You'd kill something for sure. But yeah, he uses it like a sword. Anyways, this fucker, when you're supposed to do this little section where you're supposed to use your ninja run and dodge and catch up to him, I recorded it. I'll post it when I get a chance. He was stuck in the floor.
Bro,
he
was. I have the same thing. I put it on the Discord.
Okay, you did.
He didn't get stuck on the floor, but he was just like, he stopped moving, and I was like, huh?
Oh, really?
So I started attacking him, and I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah. And so, yeah, I thought it was hella funny. I'm like, okay, game broke already. I'm like, PC Master Race, huh? I'm like, all right, fine.
Yeah, dude, that's what it's about.
So I was curious. I'm like, I wonder if it will trigger the whatever the next cutscene is, and it did. I'm like, okay, good, because that definitely could not, like, if enemy doesn't reach a certain point, it might not trigger something, By the way, doesn't he? He's got definitely a creepy look. He kind of reminds me a little bit of Bob. Does he not? Noise.
Oh, our old boss.
Yeah,
a little bit. Yeah,
a little bit. Definitely looked like if Bob went evil. It's like, damn, dude, I don't want to fuck with this guy. But yeah, so you fight the Metal Gear, 3 times, and then you get on the train. So that enemy, what's his name? The other ninja dude, Sam or Sam? No, that's the name of the.
Oh, that's the name of the unit.
Yeah. I think it's a very generic name.
Sam.
Yeah, Sam. Okay. Very generic. Yeah.
Same border bridges.
Yeah, right. I'm interested about him. Dryden gave him a look, like as in he knows him, or he, so that was interesting to me. Curious about that. I don't know nothing. I'm interested as to, and he fucks you up, by the way. He demolishes your ass, and he tells you like, oh, like you're prohibiting your weapon from doing its thing. Like you're not trying to kill.
Yeah, you're holding back. Yeah.
Yeah. It kind of reminded me of Bleach, right? And he's like, oh, like you don't want to kill. Like, no, this is you're supposed to kill. Like that's why. Otherwise, why draw the sword? Your resolve, if you will. So I'm interested about him. I'm still wondering if he will be the final boss. Because he could not be the final boss. I don't know. And,
no, I can't wait to you guys.
Oh yeah, shit. But
oh man,
yeah. See, Jeremy, welcome to my world.
Yeah, no shit, dude. So yeah, he definitely reminds me a tiny bit of this character named Jaguar from Neo Contra. Just a little bit, just lighter skin, but he looks like Jaguar, in my opinion, from Neo Contra. And yeah, so this scene happens. Oh, his blade looks pretty cool, by the way. Like he like lights it on fire or something like that. And he's swinging. I'm like, dude, this is fucking dope. Like I said, I was digging it. I was like, this is cool. I like it. And he fucks up your eye, which I think is interesting because we already established you're like 90% cyborg, right? Like probably the only thing left human in you is your goddamn brain. But now we're expected to believe your eye was also natural because in chapter 1, like you fucking literally. They talk about your eye, like, and you got the blindfold or whatever you want to call it, piece of cloth over your eye, right? You go full blown big boss on it, which is funny because when they're talking to you, there's like, oh, keep an eye out for it, and they're like, ooh, they're like, sorry, man. I was like, I was like, wait, you didn't repair his eye? I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why not? Like, but whatever. So I know that the Sam fight is scripted for you to lose,
right? It's like Mega Man X. You're supposed to lose that first fight. Yeah,
you're supposed to lose it. Like, and I figured as much. But anything interesting happened there, too? Because for me, even though it was on hard, like, is it one of those fights like you were talking about with the sorrow, where like if you just let him hit you a bunch of times, it'll just progress like through the cutscenes? Because that's kind of what happened with me. I didn't really get to see anything cool here except for the cutscenes because he was kicking my ass.
Yeah, I didn't realize at first it was one of those scripted cutscenes that you're supposed to lose. And I thought I was just getting my ass handed to me. And I was like, holy crap. Like, if this is any indication of what the rest of the game is going to be like, I'm screwed. But then as it kept going and he was talking and everything, then I started realizing, oh, okay, this is supposed to happen. All right, gotcha.
But by the way, but the block move, that it's forward and square.
That took me a while to remember what to do because I was like, dude, do I block or what the fuck do I do? It's all about parry, I guess.
Yeah, if you don't have the timing, it'll be just a regular block. But if you have the perfect timing, it'll be a parry. At least for me, it was. Yeah.
What button are you pressing for block?
West, the left button, left face button, square.
That's attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, forward. Well, I always go forward and attack. That's what I do.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm saying. Oh, but you're saying if you hold it?
No, like if you do it too early, it'll just be a block and not a parry.
Oh, okay.
That for me, at least that's what I've been experimenting with.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't really experimented too much because, like this is some fucking days ago. I barely remember how to play this goddamn game. Right now, I'm getting my fucking ass handed to me by fucking wall cameras. Get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah. Damn, those fucking turrets.
Yeah, I put the whole place on alert and I fucked up.
With that said, I wish there was a default like block button like in Metal Gear Solid 2 when you just hold L1 and it's like you just put your blade up and just block bullets or whatever, block swords. Like the parry is cool. I like the parry of like, forward and attack at the perfect timing. But like a regular block should just be like hold L1 or something. I don't know. Again, maybe it's there. I'm just being stupid. So someone correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, the ninja. The ninja run is the only real way to block like bullets and whatever the fuck else.
Yeah, exactly right. I'm not wrong, right? Okay, yeah, that's the only way I saw it too. By the way, I'm just watching the cutscene again. I when I saw this fucker's sword, Sam's sword, and I saw this move, I was like, yes, I fucking knew it. It's like a gun like holster, how he shoots out his sword. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. I thought that was pretty dope. Like he shoots his sword, and like it totally is like a sneaky way to get an attack in because your opponent's thinking like, oh, you still got to reach for it. It's like, nope, he shoots it out. It gets a full foot in front of him then he proceeds to attack you. So I thought that was pretty cool. I'm like, all right, that's kind of cool, dude. I like you. I'm like, like you're growing on me as a villain. I kind of want to kill you. I kind of want to. I can't wait till I sit there and get to fight you.
Now that you mentioned it, German, and especially speaking of Bleach, he kind of gives me vibes of like Grimjow.
Grimjow, sure, I can see that.
Where like he's like the perfect antagonist to
Ichigo.
Jack.
Huh? Ichigo.
Well, I mean this guy. Not
Sam, Raiden. Yeah. To Raiden.
Raiden, yes. Thank you.
What the?
my brain sort of took a detour there.
I mean, well, for 90% of the games, it's been Snake, so.
Yeah. So, but I agree with that. He's a perfect antithesis to what Raiden believes and stands for and everything. So.
Well, I am curious to know what their backstory is. I'm curious to know, like I said, is he a bad guy? Because like it almost seems like he could be this.
Are we the bad guy again?
No. Well, I'm saying like I'm almost like this guy could totally be like they're mercenaries. So remember, he's like, yeah, they're just paying me money. I don't believe what he's fighting for, or whatever. He could end up turning sides. Towards the end of the game. I don't know.
Or it could be like Dr. Strangelove situation where he has his own agenda and he's just.
Yeah, exactly.
Using whoever the real antagonist is to his agenda or whatever.
I mean, this is Metal Gear, so it's like there's always going to be some kind of some kind of betrayal. There's always going to be some double, triple crossing bullshit going on. I mean, even my own team isn't safe from my speculation. I'm like, I don't know if I trust all you motherfuckers, especially Doctor, because I'm like, he gives me that Wiseman vibe. So I'm like, this fucker could betray me.
What about the Fizzle Jizzix lady? Trust her?
I don't remember her name, but so the save lady, yeah,
the save lady.
Yeah. Good luck, Snake. If I'm not gonna lie, if I was to put my money on anybody, I think I'd put my money on her being like betraying us.
Really?
Yeah, like I trust Boris. I forgot the other guy's name.
New Sigint.
Yeah, New Sigint. I was gonna totally be like Jax. I don't fucking remember his name.
Jax from Mortal Kombat
2. I kind of trust him.
Other black characters from video games.
I know shit, right? I kind of trust him, and Barrett.
Wow, we have like none, huh? Carl from GTA San Andreas. Is that his name? Carl?
Never played it. I don't know.
What? You've never played San Andreas?
Nah, the last one I played was Vice City, dude.
Oh, I've never played any GTA games.
Oh my god, that's another podcast. Yeah, I've never played Vice City. I've played 3 and San Andreas, but San Andreas is fucking best, dude. So good.
So I heard it's great.
My lack of gaming experience is just what do they call that? Work. What do they call it? Like you're guaranteed work, basically.
What?
There's a term for it. I can't think of it now.
Guaranteed work?
Yeah. It's work something or job something. I can't.
Job security.
Job security. Yes, thank you.
Oh, okay.
Work or something, huh?
Job security.
I get what you're saying now, though.
Yeah.
It's podcast security.
Yeah, exactly.
Content security.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
We got there. We did it, guys.
Made it.
But yeah, so it was interesting to know that. So now moving on to mission 1 now, official mission 1. That the suit that you were wearing, Noise, you pointed out, was just some basic suit. It wasn't even like your good suit, because Raiden's like, oh, watch out, Sam might be there or some bullshit like that. He's like, oh, I'm not afraid of him this time. I got my full suit or something like that, It's like things will be different this time or some bullshit.
We got an upgrade, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, so that other suit was just some basic suit, I guess. just some bodyguard suit versus like a full blown mercenary.
That was
suit.
his ripped jeans and band shirt.
Yeah.
This is his fucking work suit.
Yeah, exactly.
Suit and tie.
I'm trying to see if I can see your name. Oh, by the way, so the Siggins 2 over here, I've noticed this like the third. He keeps moving Jiggle Physics cup away from like the edge of the table, I think. So like he's done it like 3 times already. I don't know if you.
Is that what he's doing? That. Really? No, I didn't notice that. What the heck?
That's what it feels like. Like it's like too close to the edge. It keeps moving it. Like or she's gonna spill it on the keyboard or something like that. Class like, dude, you're gonna like a little kid. Like you're gonna drop this. Stop fucking putting it on the edge of the table.
Right. Okay.
I never noticed that. I never picked up.
You didn't notice that? Yeah,
that's funny. He's like this bitch. Okay, I got it.
yeah. He does it like 3 times. So I was like, okay, is this gonna be an ongoing thing?
Like he was like getting her to fucking.
Classic, like lean over or something like that.
Yeah, like drop the pencil. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
I know. I took it as like he's the Otacon, and so he's like, bitch, like you're gonna fucking spill this on the keyboard.
Yeah, Otacon would be in love with her immediately.
Yeah, no, dude. No.
Can I carry your gun to you? The only time I touch a gun.
So you're doing good here. You're in some country. I forgot what country you go to, and it's basic, like, oh, we're here to quench a rebellion or something like that,
Are you thirsty, rebellion?
Yeah, I know, dude. Hey, dude.
Here's your Gatorade.
And so you're here to do some good. So
plants growing out of the toilet.
What plants coming out of a toilet?
You know what that's from?
No.
Idiocracy.
I don't remember.
Have you guys not seen it?
I've seen it. I just don't remember too much.
Yeah, it's because they're so stupid that they don't water plants with water. They plant them with Gatorade, and it's like the guy who was like stuck in time. He was like, "Have you guys tried like watering the plants with water instead of Gatorade?" And they're like, "Water from like out of the toilet? I never seen no plants grow out in the toilet." Great movie.
Oh shit. I was gonna say I do like how like right off the bat they tell you straight up like, this ain't no sneaking mission.
Right.
Like,
yeah, they're like, don't fuck around with beans. I mean, you can be stealth.
You can. Absolutely. But yeah, they said like, yeah, like this ain't no covert mission. So like this is an official mission, like you're some kind of like good PMC pretty much. And they're like, yeah, this is an official mission. Like go in and kill the bad guys. No need to be sneaky. Like you can if you want, but like you don't have to, Yeah.
You've never been good at it, right? And so just be a ninja. Be a ninja that can't hide.
I was gonna say, wait a minute. Ninjas are supposed to be good. Just be a ninja, a bad ninja.
Yeah, be a bad ninja. Kill things. Yeah, he's the exact opposite of a ninja. The ninja run is an oxymoron. If the first thing that Batman learned is hide behind the trash can so that people think you fucking flew off into the distance, but you're literally just around the corner somewhere. Oh shit.
But yeah. First mission. I'm only remembering the end of it. I don't remember what else you really do.
What's the
his name is Kevin, by the way.
What's the boss of the first thing? Because I'm starting to think I've gone further than the first thing.
Boss of the first thing of chapter 1?
Yeah,
it's that lady.
Chapter 1. Okay. That's where I'm at.
What? The lady?
I'm at that. Yeah. For a second, I was like, dude, did I accidentally go to chapter 2 with them?
Yeah.
By the way, so this mission goes is a normal. It's nothing too interesting. Just soldiers, some perks, some geckos. I did fail on the section where the first time it tells you like, okay, I'm happy. Thank you, game. Thank you, fucking game. Because you get to the first like wall that's like, oh, it's coded and you need the fucking person's left fucking hand to open this gate.
Mm-hmm.
And I was pissed because I said, motherfucker, we've been slicing fences and Metal Gears and all kinds of shit, and now you're telling me I can't slice this wall or fucking jump over it? I was kind of pissed, right? I'm like, goddamn game design, I hate when you do this shit, right? They're like, go back and find a PMC that has a fucking left hand. Sure enough, like your thing marks one soldier, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I snuckily killed everybody, and then sneakily killed everybody.
Not non-lethally though.
There's no non-lethal in this game, right? This is funny, but so I went to him, and he didn't know I was behind him.
Head off, they should be fine.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, no, it is funny that like
just do like they did to the Black Knight in Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Oh yeah,
off his arms and legs.
Just a scratch, just a scratch. But no, like it is funny because like Raiden does say something along the lines of like, oh, I'm killing these guys or some shit like that, and they kind of tell him like, yeah, man, like I don't know, they're trying to be sympathetic to an extent, and Raiden just goes, no, like they chose their side or whatever. Like they are already.
Yeah, they decided their fate. Like
the moment they turned their weapons against civilians or innocent people. Like so.
Yeah, and then Sigint 2 was like, oh, that's a little harsh, dude. Like
yeah.
That's going a little far.
Even for you, man.
Yeah.
And it's like he knows you already, and you're just like, yeah, you're a fucking you're an evil piece of shit, but this is already too much.
Yeah. But anyway, so I went behind him and I was like to the guy with the left hand, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna, because I still was sucking at the whole Zenkai and all that bullshit. So I was like, oh, I'm just gonna stealth kill him, and I'm assuming I'll get a cutscene that'll be him chopping off the hand. Nope, you don't get the hand anymore, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I was gonna say retry. Nope. And he goes like, damn, like you fucked it up, man. Like, well, we'll see if you can chop the geek down anyways, or something like that. And I was like, oh shit, hell yeah, cool. So like, it will still let you proceed, like without doing the whole hand scan. Yeah. And it did also, it was self-aware enough to say like, well, then just cut the gate open then. You're like, cool.
See, I thought I fucked that part up. That's literally kind of like where I was, because it's right after the falling bridge. Mm-hmm. Well, we're recording, and I'm like, fucking, did I fuck this up? Like, they're not sending me any more soldiers. They're only sending me, what are they doing? They're not sending me anything else. And I'm like, shit, I fucked it up. And then, the dude's just like, just fucking chop the damn gate down. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. So I do like that.
I guess you'll have to fight your way through after all.
Yes, exactly. He's like, well, I'm just do it the hard way. And I'm like, cool. I'm like, I love that the game was self-aware of itself. That's like, you know what? Like, you could just,
self-aware?
Well, like I said, like I've always been against that whole like God of War, and I always bring that up because it's like God of War, like I'm picking up giant boulders and throwing them against giant titans, and then it's like, oh, here's a wooden fence. You got to do this giant puzzle. I'm like, dude, just chop down the wooden fence
or walk over it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? But anyways, yeah. So like the whole first section is just just really it's what's funny is Mission Zero didn't feel so much tutorial because it was a lot of Metal Gear fighting, so it felt more tutorial for like Metal Gears or big monsters like that, big enemies. Mm-hmm. And then the whole first section of Mission 1 felt like the tutorial, like, oh, chop off the left hand, like fucking do this, save civilians, stuff like that. Like, oh, okay, cool. Find like those data booklets or whatever, data caches or whatever they're called,
Right.
Which I don't know what they unlock, so that's what I'm interested in. And that's almost like, dude, I want to replay this game. I'm like, I want to go back and replay like these missions, see if I found everything.
What could they possibly unlock?
Well, swords, I'm assuming. Or memories?
Oh.
And so anyways, the whole first thing, and then you get to the section where like you zoom in at this conversation between some female and some other dude. I forgot his name, some Russian dude. And at first, dude, I thought she was wearing like clown makeup. I thought she was like just some weird ass character. I don't know why. I don't know if I just wasn't paying. Yeah, dude, I totally like got like some weird like I don't know if it was just my screen or something. Was I playing? I was already at this point. I was already playing with a better frame rate, so it wasn't that. So I'm just not sure. I must have just not paid attention. But the fact that like you're kind of zoomed into her and she fucking like she knew you were there. She turns around, like blows you a fucking kiss, and Ryan's like, oh shit, like he gets spooked the fuck out, Did
you catch what he meant? Because he's like, she almost got me, or that was a close one, or something like that. It's like, what was he talking about? Like,
yeah. I think he was just lying
because he's acting like he dodged an attack.
Yeah, I dodged a bullet. I think he says, because then he zooms back in and she's gone. Yeah.
I don't understand what he meant by that.
I
was
think
so
he was
confused. I was like, what? Like, when she blew a kiss, did something happen like that we didn't see, or did I didn't notice?
No, I think it was just him being
Maybe he was talking about like it almost moved. You know what I mean?
It almost moved.
It almost moved, but it didn't.
No, okay. So to me, I took it as in he was just being very like just silly, if you will. Like, which I'm also like, bro, like she clearly just looked at you like this is an enemy, and so that means she knows that you're here and where you're at. Like, why are you playing all cool? Like, oh shit, dodge the bullet. Like, you should be worried and like hiding or getting back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I thought he didn't take that too serious, in my opinion. I was like, you should be taking it serious, motherfucker. Mm-hmm. So anyways, you do some sneaking, some more. But technically, it was like an optional sneaking with lasers and all that shit, right? Like, which I tripped all of them. Like, I tripped all of them.
Some of the movement in this, especially like when you're running, is like so floaty. It's hard to be precise.
Yeah. It definitely.
Well, the thing that makes it hard is that your left stick also moves the camera.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like those old school games where it's like, oh yeah, the left stick also moves the camera. Where you're like, no, I'm used to my right stick doing the camera work all the time. So yeah, that's fucking me up. That's making me less precise for sure.
Yeah, like going back to that helicopter fight. I remember there'd be times where he'd like kind of between the pillars, and I'd try to go after him, and like I would try to center it on him on the helicopter, so I'm running towards it, and then it would like just barely veer off to the right, and I was jumping off the whole thing. It's like, no, I want to be up there.
Yeah. Like the auto mounts are a little bit weird. Like he'll mount sometimes when you don't want him to mount, and sometimes when you're like, dude, climb up this fucking like wall or something. He's like, yeah. I actually did skip something. I forgot. You fight a crying wolf wannabe. Thing? Yeah. I forgot about that
thing called. Well, it had like a bunch of numbers and letters as its name, but it's like a little sneak into like what is the underlying story to this. You know, it's almost like Peace Walker, where it's like these AIs are they self-aware?
Well, they're exactly because it was a crying wolf.
Like, what the hell?
We call it tribute or mock, but there was no person in it. It was literally just a machine.
Right.
At first I thought someone was just like radio control because it was talking to you. It's like, oh, I'm here to kill you or some bullshit. And you're like, okay, cool. And by the way, it was a cool fight. Like, definitely I got close to dying a couple times on him because I was really practicing my parries and all that shit. And it was fun. I enjoyed it.
I remember my first time playing this game that I almost quit because of that one. For some reason, I had such a hard time with that boss. I was like, what the fuck, man?
I almost died to him. I was down to like below 2% health by the end. I thought I was going to lose. And then I somehow pulled victory out of my ass, and I was like, okay.
I did almost die myself because I was really, I was really practicing those parries, and he kept getting me with some of them. I was like, fuck. And I was like, oh, I'm like,
one
I'm close.
where he's like zooming all over the place. I could not get parry on that. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it was Kevin, or somebody did say something about the parries, and they said like, oh, you won't be able to parry everything. Or like even someone like you won't be able to parry everything. And so I thought that was just kind of interesting. I was like, so there's certain moves you can't parry, but like, how am I supposed to know which ones they are? Like, I haven't really been able to see that yet. But yeah, when you beat this wolf creature, he's like dying there, and he's talking to somebody, right? He's like, oh, I failed or some shit like that. Which is weird because he does it again later on, which we'll get to in a minute here. But like, he turns on his codec and he's able to like hear the conversation that the wolf is having with somebody. Right, like that's not how. Well, I guess this is a different codec, so maybe that's how this one works.
Are you a hacker?
Yeah, I guess, right? Because like, isn't that the point like of a codec is to like be secure conversations? But like, I guess if you're dying, you just get really close to the enemy and like you can like fucking jump on their frequency or some shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, because clearly anyone joins the fucking conversations in all the Metal Gears. Like, there's always.
Well, it always felt like a permission. Remember, it's like, oh, like they gave permission to join that frequency, and that's why I thought maybe the wolf did, because it almost felt like he gave him permission to be like, oh, listen in on my conversation. It felt like that, but anyways, yeah, this wolf guy,
like him basically saying, you defeated me, you've earned this kind of thing, or
that's why I was kind of like, is that what he's going with? All right, whatever. So I'm also interested to know, like, if this wolf guy, like Noise said, is there gonna be more enemies like this? Oh, by the way, we also saw like the Raven, like quote unquote, not a suit, but like the wings. Yeah, so like, I'm like, dude, this is like total Metal Gear. Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 4, like a bunch of throwbacks in here so far, but or what do you call it? Easter eggs and or fan service kind of stuff. So I'm just like, okay, what more are they going to throw? Are we going to see an octopus? Are we going to see a mantis? I'm not sure. We already got geckos. We got the dwarf geckos, aka what were we calling them? Scarabs, aka the Twits McGiggle called them tripods. She calls them.
Tits McGee, is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, there you go. Something like that. Something with tits.
Tits McGiggle.
Yeah, she called them tripods, and so dwarf geckos are back, and I'm like, okay, I'm like, fucking annoying. Damn, they're annoying. Yeah, they latch on you big time. Yeah, they're interesting. I think it's funny because I called Doc about them, and he was telling me how like they have like kind of a similar technology to yours. Like, so your blade, by the way, they literally explains it, that the moment it touches like enemies, is absorbing their electrolytes, right? So I'm like instant. I'm like,
Gatorade.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say Gatorade, but I said electrolytes. It's saying that it's absorbing it like instantly, and I'm like, okay, so like this sword now is just like not sentient, but you get what I'm saying? Like it's absorbing it and feeding it into your suit like instantly. I'm like, okay. Mm-hmm. There's also some other stuff he talks about. Oh, because he's talking about how like the soldiers have this like natural healing mechanism or some shit like that. And Raiden complains. He's like, what the fuck? He's like, why didn't you give that to me? And he's like, no, yours is better, dude. He goes, because yours will heal you instantly. Theirs heals slowly, but yours is an instant. Like he says, theirs is like a human body. Like it'll heal naturally. Obviously deeper wounds or you know, stuff like that a body can't really do. But, you know, it's a slow process. He goes, your suit is instant. That's why you got to get the spines and shit, you know? So it's kind of an interesting concept that they at least explained it, you know, they explained that like, yeah, by you crushing their spine, your suit instantly absorbs it, distributes it to all the hurt body parts, and like they healed instantly. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like super science fiction, but I'm like, interesting, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, so the fucking geckos, he also tells you about them that when they latch onto you, they absorb your it's not called stamina, but your Gatorade, your electrolytes, whatever that shit's called.
Yeah.
I forget what he calls it.
They drink your Gatorade.
Yeah, they drink your Gatorade pretty much. And he tells you that like
I drink your milkshake.
Unlike your suit, like your suit is designed to stop absorbing energy when it's full. Theirs doesn't. And so Raiden's like, so what happens when it gets full? And he goes, they explode, of course, or not when they get full, but when they keep drinking your Gatorade. He's like, they explode. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I'm like, so like, there's definitely like thought put into this game, because what I knew about this game was very little, so I thought it was just a hack and slash with Raiden. But there's actual fucking thought put into it, you know. There's reasoning behind it, and so yeah, it's interesting. Hold on, I'm watching a cutscene real quick. You guys talk for a minute. Hold on.
So I do have some complaints.
Okay.
And the complaints I have are actually the things that German was liking about the references to Metal Gear Solid 4. I feel like enough time has passed that new mechs would exist.
Oh yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean? Like I feel like they recycled a lot of designs instead of coming up with their own.
Or at least upgraded them, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they did upgrade them. Like the Sniper Wolf is got a fucking chainsaw on her back, but I mean, I don't know, just completely different stuff. Because Ray, like, okay, yeah, we get it, Ray, but I don't know. Like, I wanted
to see
unique
newer stuff.
Yeah, I want unique enemies and stuff. And,
unique. Yeah,
and even this female boss. What is her name? It starts with an M.
Marie, something French.
Matrice,
something like that. Yeah,
I don't know. When her suit comes off, or whatever the thing she takes off, it looks like they just used the model for one of the beauties.
Yeah,
and, like,
well, it looks like
it.
Mantis.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what I thought too. Yeah,
right. Yeah, I mean, it looks great. Everything looks great and awesome and stuff like that. But I just wanted a little bit more uniqueness as far as like the enemy design.
Now, again, this is just me speaking completely blind. This is still only the beginning of the game, so I get what you're saying. I kind of feel like as of right now, it was like kind of also. That's why I'm surprised that you're kind of like not digging it, because I felt like you were going to be like, this was making up for all the flaws in 4, where it's
So actually, yes. Now that you say that, you reminded me of my other thought. Yeah, if 4 didn't exist, the enemy design in this fits perfectly well in this. So yeah, since 4 doesn't exist technically, yeah, no, it fits the world.
3.
Yes, especially Mission 3. Goddamn, the rage. But yeah, I like it. But like I said, it's just since I've already seen it in another game.
Sure.
I don't want to see it again, but it does fit this world, and so it's not so jarring and stuff.
Yes,
it's totally fine.
And that's what I'm saying. Like for me, since I don't know anything, I'm wondering if like, will we get those uniquer stuff? You know,
right.
So I'm like, I don't know. We'll find out soon enough. But like I said, I was playing it.
I hardly know her.
I was playing it, and I was like, dude, I'm like, this is like so action heavy, and like the wolf fight was like straight up wolf fight with no It wasn't a sniper fight, but there was no frogs. That Chris fucking struggled
that
for.
Wasn't really a sniper fight either.
yeah, but it was just like, oh, here I am, fucking. Then you got the raving soldiers, right? Those weren't hard at all technically, but it was like better than the rage, and then shooting the AI controlled drones. It was like you're actually fighting this thing. Like I'm like, oh man, I wonder if I was really curious about how you'd feel about that. But when you said enough time has passed, that's actually a good question. I don't know how much time has passed. I don't know if they've mentioned it yet, so I'm curious as to how much time has passed.
They did.
They did.
I'm just trying to remember what exactly they said. Let's see.
He's using that rope he's got.
Yeah, I am using the rope. Yep.
I should be able to use that rope I got.
Well, if you're searching it up online, that online's going to tell you. Like, not that we know yet. Though you said he's mentioned it, but I don't know.
He did mention. He mentioned like how many years after 4. So it's 2018.
So
4 years after 4.
I was to say 4 years. I think you're right. I think that they mentioned about 4 years.
Yeah, but it was like so quick that it fell completely out of my head.
Yeah, and I think you're right. Yeah.
Funny enough, Acid is 2 years before this, 2016, and Acid 2 is 1 year after this. So yeah, so
we're still not already been defeated.
The most in the future, the one has been defeated, and Le Clown and Le Tilico and the White Swallow.
The White Swallow.
Yeah. He it was like fucking. So what's the word?
I think it was like in the limo ride or something like that. You're right.
Yeah,
it was just very casual.
Yeah, casual. Yes, thank you. Is the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
And then the only like big complaint I have is the cutscenes are not in real time. They are pre-rendered videos, and you can really tell on PC. Like on console, I don't think I noticed because it's I think the most we got out of the PS3 was 720p. So it was probably hard to tell, but it's a Metal Gear staple for real-time cutscenes. So what the shit?
So I'm going to tell you,
is the PS3 running real-time? And then when they ported it over to PC, they're like, fuck, I don't think we might as well just render these out so that they're always consistent frame rate or something. Because they've done that before in other games where they port it to another system, and the cutscenes that were in real time, they rendered them into videos. So, Chris, do they look like videos to you on the PS3, or do you feel like they're normal real-time Metal Gear cutscenes?
Not that I've noticed, but I didn't really pay too much attention to that. I will pay attention to that.
Because you're running at 30 no matter what on the PS3.
Yeah. So I'll pay more attention to that this next time.
Yeah. I'm wondering if that's the issue, is the PC one has pre-rendered cutscenes.
So, now that you mentioned that, okay. So I first and foremost, I would love for you guys, anybody that's listening out there, to submit to me this stuff like on a Discord. Like I want to be able to compare, or is there a way to compare 60 frames and 120 frames and real time and in game. Like I know these terms, but as someone who just fucking plays the game and played games that were completely like my
he's getting sucked in, Chris. He's
my NES was
to believe
was glitched half the time, and I was playing with fucking glitch sprites half the time. So it wasn't glitch, it was dirty. Long story short, like I want to see these differences. I want to see someone like
right. But what are you talking about? Sprites on what?
Oh, on my NES. I'm saying like as someone who played like with broken shit a lot of times. I was like, okay. I'm just like, I'm trust me. There was games that I played like, and they would like totally glitch up towards like the end of the game. Like I'm playing it like this. I don't give a fuck because I'm not restarting anything. I'm not restarting. I'm not
I've totally done that before. Yeah, your Mario is just like not Mario, but you're like, I know where he is. That's all I need to know.
Exact punch out. You know how many times
the shoe? I know where to stand. It's fine.
Yep, punch out. I'm like I'm a garble of letters, but I know that's Little Mac, and I know that's the enemy. Let me dodge.
Have you ever seen that, Chris? It's so fucking weird when Nintendo games glitch out because instead of you, it is like it's just letters, and it's just like, what the? How did this even happen?
Characters,
It's because it's only one sprite sheet, and it's so little. Like, if you ever seen like an NES completely filled up sprite sheet, it's just like, how is this in the entire fucking game? How did you guys do this? It's like it's magic,
It was magic what they did. It really was.
But at the same time, you're just like, oh, I understand now why sometimes Mario would look like fucking a Sudoku. Like I understand.
That's also a Sudoku, yes. But anyway, so I would love to see some frame rates comparisons and stuff like that. and some
So I know exactly where to refer you to.
Okay.
You may not see it for this game, obviously, but Chris, do you know who I'm going to refer him to?
Not at the top of my head, no.
Digital Foundry.
Oh, yep.
Okay.
Digital Foundry are the guys on the internet who like pick whatever modern game or whatever, and they'll break it down to you. Like there will be things that you definitely don't understand. Like for a long time, I didn't understand frame timing. I was like, what the fuck is frame timing? Like they have the graph as they're showing the footage, so you can kind of see where the stutter is. Like as soon as like you see the graph coming from the right, and when it hits the center of the screen, like that's what you're seeing in real time. And you'll see a stutter coming from the right hand side, and then when it hits the middle of the screen, you can actually see it as they're talking about it. And that's what frame timing is. Frame timing is when you get those weird stutters and stuff. If the frame timing is too what's the word? Large between the time oh man, it's hard to explain. But you get what I'm saying. You get those like big like ooh, it froze for like a second. That's that they measure that in frame timing. That's what it is. And so and that's different than frames per second. But if you want a breakdown of like seeing 20 frames per second, 15 frames per second, 30, 60, you'll be able to see it there. You most likely won't see anything above 60 because YouTube doesn't allow for more than 60 frames per second. But what they do, which is super cool, is they capture their footage at 120 frames per second, and then they'll slow it down, like they'll have the time. So it's running at 60, but you could see how smooth it is at 60 because it's running at half the speed. So you'll kind of be like, oh, like imagine this running at full time on 120 monitor, like that's my dream. I'm still running at 60 over here. But yes, Digital Foundry, they will side by side compare, and you'll be able to actually like see it like, oh, okay. And then you can just, what's the word? Decide for yourself, like, is it really that important to me? And these guys are like the nitpickiest of nitpickers. Like,
oh yeah,
they will rip a game apart that is just like, this looks amazing, and they're like, this right here, this is shit, But but in good light, like they know, sure. Like not everyone's playing at fucking 1440p or 4K. They're doing this to show the enthusiasts, like, hey, sure. You paid for this like $2,000 graphics card. Like, this is what you should be getting out of it. If you're not, it's the fucking developer's fault. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, Monster Hunter, what are we playing right now? Wilds.
Well, yeah.
It should not be where it's at, dude. Like, they were like, what the hell's going on with this game? Like, what the fuck? Like they're not, the game is not showing anything amazing. Like the first fucking area is a desert. Why is it running like shit? Why does it look like shit? And they really tore it apart. They were like, this is unacceptable. Like their, world looks amazing. Sure, when it first got ported over, it was stuttering and whatever, but that was like the first time that the Capcom Monster Hunter team made something for PC, just for PC. And they had a whole different engine called like the MT something engine. And for some reason, they just decided, no, we're going to go with the Resident Evil engine, or the RE engine, whatever they call it. But that engine is not made for this kind of game, and it shows. You know what I mean? And so that's you'll see what they're talking about if you're interested in like the Wilds.
No, one. I'm interested a little bit. No, so with the Wilds one, we're going to take a quick tangent, everybody. So I remember when it first launched, and again, this is all new to me. So you're going to have to fill in some blanks and just take my word that's what I interpreted. Somebody out there was saying, and he sounded like a knowledgeable guy, that Monster Hunter Wilds was running this way because it had to like do some kind of weird thing where it's kind of like an anti-piracy feature where it's like it can't run at full speed because it's constantly having to like...
Oh, because of de novo?
Maybe. What is that?
Does Wilds have de novo? That's a good question.
That's something weird where it was like it's literally going to like a third party first and then to you or some shit like that. I don't remember how to explain it, but the point is he was saying like it's running like that because of this thing. And he goes once, like 6 months down the line or some shit when Capcom or whoever's like, all right, enough people probably are bought the game already, we can get rid of it. It'll run smoother. So that's what he was saying.
It's running 2 anti-piracy things on it. De novo and Capcom's custom-made anti-temper.
Okay. So yeah, that's what he was talking about. So I don't really know what those do, but he made it sound like that's why it's being a little shitty right now, is because it's doing one of them, but that I knew of.
That could be one of the reasons. Yeah, I mean, because
again, what do these things do? What do these things do? Like,
well, the anti-piracy stuff is constantly checking to see if this is a legal copy.
Okay.
It's kind of like having Norton or fucking whatever on your computer. Anytime you do anything, Norton's like, hey, is this a virus? Hey, is this a virus? Yeah. And that's what like Denuvo's doing. Denuvo's going like, hey, is this still connected to the internet? Is this a legit
legal
copy?
Key? A legit key, yeah.
Yeah, or who knows what other fucking things it's doing.
Sure. Mods, looking for mods.
My mods work fine, so I don't know what the fuck. But yeah, I mean, I think it's a mixture of that and the RE engine. The RE engine was made for like single player, atmospheric looking games like the Resident Evil remakes and stuff like that. I don't think it was meant for like open world stuff. Like I think it's both.
Which is funny because Rise used the RE engine too, and it looked fantastic. It worked great.
But it's not open world the way Wilds is.
True.
But you're right. It runs fucking great.
Yeah. So I think that's why they switched the RE engine for that, was because they were like, it's a Switch. It has limited, abilities and stuff. We only have so much power to work with. So what's the best way to do that? And I think that's why they chose the RE engine.
What about Rise on the
Switch? Yeah.
What about Rise on PC? Did that run smooth? Were people happy about that one?
I love it.
Yeah.
I fucking love Rise on PC. It's a dream.
Yeah. Okay.
But that was ported many, many months after it came out on Switch too.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That's true. That's true.
And I think that's part of it, is they were working out kinks for the PS5. And I think they should have waited to put it on PC to work out some of those kinks for the console and then try to port it over to PC.
But the same issues still exist in like PS5 and the Series X.
Right.
For Wilds. But continue.
Yeah.
Right?
But I think they should have worked those out and then tried porting it over. Because you look at like World, that did great on PC too.
Well, no, not at the beginning.
Right. But they got those worked out eventually.
Yeah.
But it was a lot less time to do that after they got everything worked out on the PC. And then, they got that all ported over there, and then they had their own issues there, and they got that all figured out. Whereas this time it was simultaneous release, and they're like, oh crap, both of them are having issues. Which do we prioritize? So
that's the problem is that they have to do both, otherwise one doesn't work without the other. So
exactly.
They pinned themselves into a corner.
Yeah, I think it was a bad idea to do a simultaneous release. As much as a lot of people were looking forward to that.
Yeah.
They don't have a lot of experience with PC stuff right now, I don't think so.
Yeah, I agree with that also. But I mean, you experienced it firsthand, German. You were like, why is this running like shit? What the fuck is going on? So something is going on with this rising. We're doing a lot of Rise and Wilds and Metal Gear Rising, Revengeance. Oddly enough, in full screen it runs like dog poop. But if you put it in windowed mode, it runs fine, which is funny.
Yeah.
I do have an app from Steam called Borderless Gaming.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember if it was free or if it was like a couple bucks, but you can make any game from like back in the day that doesn't like being in like windowed mode or has that dedicated full screen mode that fucks with the frame rate.
Mm-hmm.
So right now I'm running like you said, I'm running it in windowed mode, but then I put it into that borderless gaming thing and it took away the border.
Okay. All right. Well,
and it's still running at full 60, which is nice.
Well, shoot that to me later. But
what about
anyways,
have you tried it in big picture mode? Does that do the same thing?
What the hell is big picture mode?
On Steam?
Well, no, big picture mode I think it'll force. I mean, it'll still give them those two options because it's an old school game.
Okay.
Just windowed or full screen. Big picture mode is if you told Steam to only be controlled by like a controller. It's like console mode. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, well, how the hell did I enable that?
On the top right of Steam. Yeah, so you could comfortably sit from your couch and do everything. Next to the minimize button, there's a little button that looks like a computer screen. Click that and you enter big picture mode.
Will that disable the mouse like I told you?
No, you can still use the mouse if you want.
No, but I don't want to. That's what I'm saying. Hey, what was that beep? Did you guys hear a beep?
I didn't.
Some kind of notification on my end, but I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's Steam because I've never used Steam, but someone was like, ding, ding, ding. I'm like, I don't know what that was, dude. Like,
no, that wasn't on my side.
Was it a friendly beep or like a...
It's friendly. No. It was like a friendly beep, beep, beep. I'm like, I don't know what that was, so I'm just ignore it for now.
Would you describe it as happy and pointed?
Happy and pointed. It was happy.
The way you said that, like the ding, it kind of sounded like a Windows thing.
Yeah,
the Windows thing. Yeah, I've never heard it from Windows, but all right. So we'll continue with this. Hold on. Let's go back. This is definitely still part of the tangent, real quick. In Steam,
Yep.
You launch your games, right?
That's it because it's a game launcher. Yeah, Steam.
So
thank you for describing Steam.
Well, I'm being honest because I don't know. I don't play Steam, Chris. Thank you. Well, that's my question. Why do I have a Metal Gear Rising the program on my desktop? Because I told it to do that.
Yeah.
So when I launch it from my desktop,
yeah,
it's still launching Steam though, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, you can't play the game without Steam. Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of my question. So I can either launch it through Steam or through the desktop. It doesn't matter. It's just where you want it, kind of, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because what Steam is basically doing is it's installing a program like any other normal program, but it needs permission from Steam for you to play it because you bought it from them.
Okay, that makes sense now. That makes a little more sense.
That also means though, if Steam ever decides to take it off, you can never play the game.
Really?
Yes.
But I've heard Steam is very friendly, right?
They're very consumer friendly. Yeah, the most consumer friendly. What's
company
the thing?
Or platform?
Yeah, I guess platform.
Client?
No, what is it? I guess retail seller, of games.
Okay.
There's another word for it, but I can't fucking think of it. Is GOG, Good Old Games. They are where are they from?
DRM free?
Yeah, but they're the guys from CD Projekt Red. Where are they? They're Polish. And yeah, so all their games are DRM free. When you
What's
buy
DRM again?
them,
I forget what that means.
Digital rights media.
Okay.
So it's basically the copy protection.
Yeah. That's the law that basically says, oh, we don't want to have this offered anymore, so you can't play it because we decide not.
That's the thing that also like stops you from like streaming on PlayStation and stuff like that, right?
No, that's
DCMP.
HTCP.
HTCP. It's kind of the same thing, but for software.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Right, well, me in letters, so it's like DRP, ABR, CBT, like I don't.
Yeah, high definition copy protection is basically what it is.
Okay.
But yeah, so GOG, when you buy the game, you own it. Mm-hmm. So if it ever disappears from the platform, as long as you have the installation file, that's yours.
Yep.
Okay.
And you can fucking share it if you want. Like you could just give it to somebody else and it'll work on their computer, no problem. As long as you give them the installation file, it's fine. It's DRM free. Yeah, like they don't seem to care because they make money out of there. And I some games that I'm like, you know what, I really want this to be a DRM free one. I'll buy it from over there.
From the good G&G, what you call it?
Good old games. Yeah, GOG.
Good GOG.
Yeah. Okay. So that's another option for you too. If you're like, you know what, I don't really like the idea that because you're licensing games from Steam.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But if you want to own it, GOG will definitely like you're buying it.
And how do you launch it from GOG? Just off your computer?
Yeah, it just download.
That's like old school PC games, right? You bought the disc, installed it, right? Yeah. Okay.
And it'll just be a shortcut on your desktop or wherever you want. They do have their own launcher too, so you can keep track of your library and everything. Okay. And so that's another way that I do it too.
Okay.
And the cool thing about their launcher too is that it'll scan your other libraries. So it'll scan Epic and Steam, and you can actually launch your Steam games from GOG because it has like your entire library there. And you can even, I think you can even log into your PlayStation thing. You can't obviously launch your PlayStation games on there, but it'll show you all the fucking games you own on there.
Oh, that's cool. That's
I looked at it and I was like, oh my God, like I have too many fucking games like with Epic, with Steam, with PlayStation. I was like, holy shit.
Well, news to you, or not news to you. What's the word for? Whatever. Share info. My friend has a shitload of games too, so I got access to all his fucking games right now.
Yeah, I think over 400 games on Steam is what I have. On Epic, I don't know. It keeps growing because they keep giving me free shit. And then the PlayStation, I think like 300 or something games.
I get shit.
And then not counting all the emulated games that I own.
Those don't count.
That's over like 10,000.
Okay. All right. Cool. Thanks for some tidbits, Chris. Thanks for giving me shit for being a newbie. So, but anyways, no. Back to Metal Gear. So, So all the frames and all that shit, and I still, and this sounds stupid, I know it does, trust me, but I still don't fucking understand what the fuck. What did you call it? In-game
cutscenes
and pre-rendered. Like I've heard these terms. The first time I ever heard it was Donkey Kong pre-rendered graphics. I don't fucking understand what that means. I don't.
Think of it this way. Think of it as so. Did you ever play any of the Final Fantasies on PlayStation?
PlayStation. I mean,
like say 7.
Right? I played.
Yeah,
I played
it. Probably the most famous for that. Yeah.
So do you remember like the intro cutscene where it's like the train and like the panning out and seeing the whole city and stuff? That's all pre-rendered, right? Because it looks way better than the in-game graphics.
Yeah.
Right. So you see all this motion and everything's like smooth and shiny and whatever. And then as soon as you start with the game, you see these
that's
like
pre-rendered.
That's pre-rendered. And then you see these like really rough models, and they look like fucking box. Cloud is just like a purple box with weird Popeye arms. That's in game, right? So that's the difference basically. So
which ones are better then, or that's what I'm trying to. I do understand that concept. So pre-rendered are always going to be nicer, right? Because you took time to make them look nicer, right?
Right, but
they're higher detailed models, right?
Maybe even more high detailed lighting also.
Sure.
But the problem that I'm seeing in this, I wouldn't mind it, but the problem with Rise and Revengeance is it looks like they're rendered at 720p. Like I can see the pixel difference, and it's running at 30 frames per second.
Yeah.
And when now that you've shown me the way, now that you show me the way, like, hey, 60 frames is that windowed mode. I'm like, what the fuck? Now I can feel it. I can feel going from 60 to 30 and shittier resolution. So I don't think I felt it when I played on the PS3, because I'm sure I would have complained back then. So that's why I'm asking Chris. I'm like, dude, is it running it in real time on the PS3? And if he says yes, then that makes sense. That they were just like, you know what? We're not going to render this, or we're not going to do this in real time on PC. Who knows why they chose to do that if that's the case, and they decided to render it out.
So you're thinking that they did like they
screen captured it.
Sure. And then put that in there.
And then put it in the PC version.
Sure. Okay. So I get what you're saying. So technically they should either be the same or the pre-rendered cutscenes should be better, right?
Yeah. If they wanted to render things, they should have rendered them out.
They should have been better.
Scaled it.
Exactly. They should have been better. But and then you were talking about.
I was going to say, my guess is the PS3 one was also pre-rendered, because then that means that they were like, oh, well, we're not going to pre-render these again at 1080p. Just fucking use the ones we had on PS3.
Okay. And that's where you're talking about Metal Gear being in-game.
Yeah, because even since the first Metal Gear Solid, I think I said this last episode of the episode before, it was like it pioneered the real-time cutscene because, they didn't have fucking mouths. They were just these janky models, and they were like moving their, bobbling their heads to imitate that they were talking. And they could have spent the time to like, you know what, let's make some really cool cutscenes to make this really cinematic. But instead they were like, let's not do that so that we don't pull the player out of
I do get that now. Yes. And
the whole thing.
I'm definitely starting to understand what you're saying now.
I'm thinking that's the reason why they did it. I mean, it would have probably looked amazing if they did like a pre-rendered thing, but then you
play a blocky game. I get you.
Yeah. Imagine the cutscenes look like the Metal Gear Solid 2 Snake.
Yeah.
And then you had to go back to play as this fucking polygon. Like, oh god damn it! What?
Yeah. Okay, I'm definitely understanding that a lot more. Okay, so last thing I'll say then is. What I noticed, I noticed that too when I turned on my little game performance. When I'm playing, it was 60 frames, sometimes 59, whatever, and then cutscenes, 30. And I was like, huh. And again, I was just like, I don't know the difference. I'm dumb. I'm like, I'm like, whatever. Fuck. But now that you mention, I'm like, it drops down to 30, which is interesting. So
you're saying Windows is giving you those metrics?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I think Windows is anyways, because I looked it up online. And it said, do the Windows and G, and that'll open up some kind of performance.
Game bar. I didn't even think about the game bar giving me that. Okay.
Because I didn't know how to turn it on through Steam, since, like I said, I'm new. Chris like, well, you just click here. Chris, I don't know.
Does Steam also give you metrics?
I don't think that Steam has an integrated way to do that, no.
Oh, okay. I use a completely different thing called PresentMon, because that gives me more detailed stuff. Like if I want to see like the little graph line, like that, I can do that. And
yeah, no, I'm curious. Why the hell doesn't Steam have something like that? That you would think that would be like the whole thing. They'd be like, "Hey, we got a game performance mod or add-on that you can turn on."
I don't know. That's a good question.
My guess is there's so many like third-party ways to do that, and a lot of games themselves offer that kind of information.
Yeah,
that Steam is like, why do we need to add that on top of everything else? So
Yeah, because some games have it built in, like the 2016 Doom. Like in the options, you could just be like, "Hey, show me my FPS," or just like show me everything. And Doom 2016 has so many fucking metrics that it's just like I can't even see the game. Why would you let me turn this on?
Minecraft's the same way if you press F3.
Yeah, it's like Minecraft on Java. Like F3, like, dude, I can't see shit. Why is this here?
It lists your CPU, your GPU, how much
you're
RAM
looking
you have,
at, which way you're facing, like fucking so much
spawn
stuff.
rates.
It's so nuts. I don't even know what I'm looking at. All I want to know is what day I'm on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe
all
my coordinates.
Yeah, and my coordinates. That's all I want.
And some answers have been. Oh, I was gonna say some answers have been.
Questioned.
Some questions have been answered. I feel a little bit more knowledgeable coming out of this thing, and
this is my favorite subject, man. I will talk about this all day.
So, anyways, back to the game. Yeah. So yeah. Let's just skip ahead to the coolest part, I guess. I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool. The fight with Marinette, whatever her name was.
Oh yeah, she is kind of like Marinette, huh? Right? Because she's got Screaming Mantis's arms and stuff.
Yeah. Interesting. I personally liked it. I thought it was pretty darn cool. The fact that she was like, I was like, okay. I'm like, what's she gonna do? What's gonna be her skill? And she takes off her little jacket, whatever the fuck she's wearing, and then I see the sockets, and I instantly said, I said, this is gonna be totally a Screaming Mantis fight, right?
I guess that reference now.
I know what it is. I don't remember what part, but I know what it is.
Yeah, and understands that reference, Captain America.
And I'm pretty good with the bow staff or whatever it says.
Wish I had some skills.
And so freaking, I was like, okay, I'm like, this is gonna be a Mantis section. And she grabs the little dwarf gecko and she pops his hands off and she sticks them on her. I'm like, okay, cool. I thought it was gonna progress. I'm like, the more he fought her, the more she was gonna add on to her. Like, nope, she just fucking starts adding hell arms to her, right? I'm like, okay, cool, sure. And then she fucking has the hands like lock onto each other to form a fucking bow staff. And I was like, okay. I'm like, all right, that's kind of weird, but cool. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, all right. And then she's like, can make it a whip too, depending on like, I was doing Codec Calls and I don't remember exactly how they explained it, but like she's somehow able to like loosen the kinetic grip on them or the energy or some bullshit like that, so it can go slack like a whip, or it can go stiff. And I was like, dude, this weapon is awesome. Like this like concept was awesome. I was like, they took a pre-existing enemy, geckos, that were just kind of whatever, just nuisance, and now made them a viable threat, because like even if you destroy her weapon and shit, right? Even if you like, you can chop up her little bow staff, she'll get more. She just keeps getting more. And I was like, dude, she was fun. Like I definitely, I did find her a little annoying because those geckos just wouldn't stop coming. I knew they would be infinite because that was her whole gimmick. But like, dude, you destroyed 3 or 4 of them and they just came right back, dude. Like I was like, can you guys stay away for like 2 fucking minutes, dude? Like
I think if you knock it down to just one, they won't.
Just a one? Yeah, they keep latching onto you and shit. And then like, yeah, like, I was calling like the Codec Calls and everything. And they said like, they said just because she can't use the arms or even the geckos, I think like that, doesn't mean she won't still use them against you. Like she'll throw them at you and she straight up does, dude. I thought it was kind of funny. She just launches those things at you. I'm like, dude, it's pretty dope. I enjoyed her a lot.
Is her name
Mistral? Okay.
Yeah, Mistral.
I don't like that name. Sounds like menstrual.
That's probably what they're going for.
And
come on, Kojima.
And yeah, right.
Well, I mean, it's not Kojima that we didn't talk about. But yeah, go ahead.
No. Anyways, I enjoyed this fight. I thought it was pretty cool, pretty unique. About 3 different phases, if you will, quote unquote. Same thing though. You beat her, and like she's talking to like, I don't know, this other Russian dude. I forgot his name. And she's like, oh, he was too good or some bullshit. She calls him like something in French, and he was like all butthurt because you killed her or something like that. I just thought it was kind of funny.
Lovers, aren't they not?
I don't think they were lovers necessarily. I don't know. It was weird because he was like, she says some word.
Yeah, he says "je t'aime," which means I love you.
And she says it. Yeah, she says something. He's like, oh, he says like, you said blah blah blah. I don't know. Maybe I kind of got the feeling that he was like, obviously like, oh, I want to bone you, and she kept like giving him the, to fuck off. And then, like, before she died, she was like, I would have done it or something like that. And he was like, oh,
I totally would have fucked you.
I totally would have if I would have lived.
Yeah. Oh, if only you were alive, we could fuck.
And, but yeah, no, anyways, like I said, I thought this boss fight was pretty cool. I'm excited to see what else is coming up. Because I won't lie, Metal Gear, fine, I get it. Fight a Metal Gear with a sword, cool, I'm down with that. Fight other samurai guys with the sword, I'm okay with that. Like Sam, once we get to Sam, I get that. It's going to be a samurai fight. It's going to be pretty dope. I hope there's a lot of pairing involved. And then all of a sudden you fought this bitch that like just took this cool concept of taking these geckos and making bow staffs out of them and whips. I'm like, dude, that's kind of cool. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Cool. Yeah.
You were going to say something, Noise.
Was I?
Or Chris, what did you think? Did she kill you? Did you like her? Did you hate her?
I played on easy, so I destroyed her.
Oh, did you? I came close to dying, dude. I won't die. I won't lie. I came close.
I barely took any damage against her, obviously.
Damn.
Yeah, but I was playing on easy, so.
Do you think you want to go back and go on normal? Because you said you kind of like WoW more.
Yeah, I am really considering doing that. Yeah, I did struggle really against that wolf guy. Mm-hmm. So if I do go to normal, I'm definitely going to die against him. But otherwise, yeah, I think I want to replay it on normal.
Well, you have 3 save files.
Oh,
yeah.
Then hell yeah, I'm going to start a second one. Yeah, of course. But no, my thing was German, and I remember you talking about like the when you have to get the left arm of the guy to get through the door. Mm-hmm. You mentioned you didn't restart it. I did.
Oh, did you?
Until I got his left arm. Yeah, it took me forever to figure out how to do that. Like I could not figure out like how to because I did the same thing as you. I went up, stealth killed him, and looks like you killed him. I was like, what? What am I supposed to do? So I went to look up online. I tried a few times, and I went to look up online how to do the left arm thing. And they had all mentioned there, do the stealth kill. And I was like, no, because every time I do that, he just dies.
Yeah.
You know? And so then I finally figured out if you go into, what do you call it? Zenkai mode?
Zenbetsu? That's what I call it, but yeah, it's something else.
It like offer you to press circle or something. And that's how you do it. So I was like, oh, that's easy. So I've been doing it ever since.
I didn't know you did that. Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, keep going.
But yeah, that's how I've been doing that. But yeah. I didn't know you could rip out their spines too. I've only been getting their left arms by doing that.
No, you can rip out the spines when you do Zenkai. You get a little box square and you just chop it up, and you got to push B. I think it is. Y.
Square.
Square.
Oh,
I think square,
to grab it out of the air.
Yeah.
B with the circle. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And it's a full boost. It'll instantly heal you 100%. And it'll fill up your Gatorade. So it's pretty useful. Like I keep forgetting to do it sometimes because I'll just be like chopping them. And I'm like, no, grab their fucking spines. I'm like dying here.
And you got to get it before it hits the ground.
Supposedly, yeah. I think, yeah. Well, you do.
If it hits the ground, it doesn't give you as much. You get some, but not as much.
Yeah, but they literally tell you that, which I think it's weird. I'm like, okay, I guess. It's dirty now.
I don't think I haven't noticed that one yet,
man. Then. You can't just let food hit the ground.
Yeah, but there's a 5-second rule as well. So
yeah,
Gatorade. Yeah, you're gonna drink that Gatorade out of the floor.
Shit. Yeah, I guess. But remember, but here's the thing about that whole, you're not drinking it. You can just literally rub your hand on the floor and be like,
just rub yourself on the ground like a dog.
Yeah, literally just roll around on the ground and be like,
absorb it through your body.
Yeah, that's what's happening, literally.
I am a sponge to the Gatorade.
I was gonna say something too. Shit. I was like, go ahead, Chris, finish it up. You said Gatorade, Zenkai, restart it. I don't know, I lost it.
Yeah, so I kept going back until I got it right, and then I finally figured out, oh yes. So I got it, and I went back and opened it up the I guess non-lethally way.
Yeah. Well, you still have to fight guys in there, I'm assuming, right? Because when you okay. But is it sneaky when you get in there, I'm assuming? Because when I open the door, it's like instant. They're like, there he is, and like, oh, okay.
Yeah, when I first opened the door, nobody was looking at me. But then I, of course, went through and killed everyone. But yeah.
Keep going.
But yeah, that's one thing that did surprise me about this game. You guys touched on it already, is that there's no stealth, and I was like, this is absolutely not a Metal Gear game. And I could see like a lot of people who were like hardcore into Metal Gear, and especially like the stealth aspect, would dislike this game. But I love it so much.
Yeah,
it's like good. It's just so
great.
It's
a straight up different game. Absolutely. No, yeah, I'm definitely accepting it for what it is. I'm not going to be like, I want to sneak. Like you can sneak a little bit, absolutely. But I'm also, like I said, I'm also down to be like, yeah, just fucking kill him. Like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it feeds that itch that everyone got seeing right.
Yeah, right.
In those cutscenes in 4.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, it's just like, fuck, I want to do that. Like, what the hell? You know, and we kept teasing Chris, like, oh, yeah, maybe you will. Maybe you will, you know, and it's just
especially
like,
during that one part where it was him and Raiden fighting together, and German's like, oh, did you try this? I was like,
no.
Oh, yeah, with
Vance. Like, oh, we're like, yeah. Yeah, we kind of kept teasing it, and like we were like, "Did you go back and try it?"
Yeah,
like,
you got to go
no.
back.
Like, damn it! Like, all right, Chris. We're like, you can't do it. We lied.
Yeah.
What
So
was
I know what I was
say?
gonna
I
say.
don't remember now.
Oh, I know what I was gonna say. Yeah. So the left arm. So there was one section where these guards didn't know I was there, and one of them was marked on me, right? And I was like, oh, left arm, but it wasn't telling me like, oh, there's a gate or nothing like that. So quote unquote sneakily, because I literally like ran in front of one of them and he just didn't see me. Must have been a box trope, right? Fucker didn't know I was there. So I killed the other two. And yeah, and then the guy with the hand, I went Zenkai mode and I chopped off his hand and shit, right? And I got some kind of data out of it. And they mentioned it. I think it was Boris or maybe Doctor. He was like, oh, Doctor, he goes, yeah, he was like, oh, this hand's got some data on it. And he's like, oh, this guy was also raised in a facility by the Patriots, just like you were, or something like that. And I was like, oh shit, Patriot name drop. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So I was interested about that. I'm like, so I know the Patriots are gone and all that, but it's just, again, I'm still interested in like what's going to happen in this game. Who else is going to be name dropped or whatnot.
Because I call multiple times. I didn't obviously while recording now, but I called them multiple times after like every what's it called? Every like ranking that they give you. And there's a lot of fucking information. And if you talk to what is her face? Tits McGee?
I don't know her name yet. The other guy's Kevin. I already said that. But,
yeah, Kevin is Sigint 2.
Sigint 2.0.
But yeah, if you talk to her, she's like, she literally is like the new Mei Ling, and will just give you information about what happened in 4 and what happened after 4. Like straight references to SOP and all this other shit that happened. And I was like, this is pretty fucking sick. Like if no one had ever played 4, and this is like their first Metal Gear game, like they'd be like, hey, that kind of fucking sounds interesting. Like when did this happen? So her
name is Courtney.
Courtney. Okay. Yeah. I would have never guessed that.
She doesn't look like a Courtney.
No.
She looks like a Susan.
Susan.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, this is kind of like a gateway to more Metal Gear, even though none of the other Metal Gears are anything like this.
Gateway drug to Metal Gear.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a Gatorade way to other Metal Gears. But yeah, obviously no other Metal Gear would be anything like this, but
I'm going to stop looking at, because I literally searched up her name and I was like, ooh, looking at like concept art and whatnot. I'm like, no. And I was like, I should stop looking before something gets ruined. I was like, no, just I was like, yeah, no, stop looking because I'll see something.
Because the wife's gonna come in.
What
you doing?
But yeah,
I remember what I was gonna talk about. The developers. We didn't even or I didn't.
Yeah, I saw Cryware there.
Well, that has nothing to do with. I know you're thinking like Crytek. For like what's it called? The Crisis guys.
Oh no! I just meant like I've seen them on other games. I just can't think of what. Oh, I've seen Cryware other outside of Metal Gear series. Yeah,
me too. And I cannot think of what Cryware. It's not even on the Wikipedia, which is weird. But this is developed by Platinum Games.
Yeah,
and yeah, these guys did Bayonetta, Nier, Nier Automata, Nier whatever the third one, the remake of the first one. The new like Ninja Gaiden games and stuff like that. They did wait, what? Did they really? They did Beautiful Joe?
Yeah. The port, I think it was the port, maybe.
That's crazy. Beautiful Joe, Okami, Devil May Cry. So yeah, they have like a big what's it called? They have a lot of experience with this type of game.
Yeah. I got very much Devil May Cry vibes out of it, and I've never played that game. But I remember in World they had the crossover.
Mm-hmm.
And it had the fight, and it had like the Devil May Cry music. It's like very, very high adrenaline, high, very, fast beat and everything. And I was like, ooh, this getting me going and everything. And I remember playing this. It was this very same feeling. Like, oh my gosh, I just want to keep going. I just want to slice things up and just keep going.
Yeah, yeah. How you guys liking the music?
I was gonna say I'm okay with it, but a little too much fucking air guitar for me. A little too much. I'm like, all right, dude, calm down, fucking Dynasty Warriors. Like, calm down.
Dynasty Warriors.
I love it. It adds to the like adrenaline rush and the impact of the scenes to me.
No, I don't hate it. I don't hate it, but I'm like, yeah, it's the tiny bit.
You don't regret it.
Yeah. I got another ding ding ding. I don't know who's fucking notifying me on my computer. Yeah, I think it's something with Steam. Ever since I put Steam on here, man, I think that's what's going on.
Yeah, you gotta turn all those notifications off, man. That's what I do. My computer's on mute. I only want to hear what I want to hear. But yeah, so this is not a Koji Pro game. They did start actually.
Yeah, so we should talk about that.
Yeah, good.
I was gonna say maybe for the next one because we should show them trailer maybe and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, we can show them a trailer for the next episode.
Well, yeah, I mean this was already kind of going long. It's up to you.
Okay, no, well, I was just gonna say that. Yeah, no, they tried. Like Kojima Productions tried to make one, but they just couldn't get the feeling right. Like they announced it like days and days ago.
I could have sworn I saw the Kojima Fox though.
Well, they published it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because this is obviously still their game.
Yeah.
But yeah, they just couldn't figure it out, and fucking they're like, let's get an outside fucking production to do this.
It also went through like from what I remember, like production hell too, right? Like it was just a bunch of fucking shit, and they were like, "Fuck it, we're not making it." And then fans were like, "Dude, you guys said we're gonna make a fucking game about Raiden. Where the fuck is it?" And they're like, sure, Platinum Games, fuck it, take over.
And it did start as like how he became the Cyborg Ninja. It was between 2 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
But then they were just like, oh, you know what? So that they don't mess with the lore. They're like, let's make it in the future. But yeah, they handed Platinum Games like a mess of a fucking game. They're like, this is what we got, you guys. Good luck. And they're like, yeah, we're just gonna do this from scratch.
Sounds like the Final Fantasy VII remake. Then that's kind of what they went through too. Was they were close to finishing at one point. They're like, nope, we don't like it, and they scrapped it and started over.
Yeah, no, I mean, well, Kojima, they barely had anything working. Like they had the fucking slicing mechanic, and that was it. Like they're just like, that's it.
So there was a tech demo, Chris, that showed that's kind of the watermelon.
The watermelons,
they showed that you could live that the whole Zenkai was like was originally concepted. Yeah, where you can like it wasn't like a fast swipe. It was like a shrink. You can slice the watermelon in like sections, and like you can slice cars in sections. So the mechanic was already pre-existing there. And then like Noise said, the game was going to take place. I'll spoil it for you because we're going to watch a cutscene about it. It was going to take place pre 2 and 4, and it was going to be how Raiden rescued Sunny.
Right. Yeah.
That was going to be like the main concept of it. Yeah. That's why she was so attached to him in 4, because he rescued her. Well, they even mentioned it too, how he rescued her from the Patriots. But that was going to be the main point of the game, plus whatever other bullshit they wanted to throw in there. One more thing I wanted to mention before I forget. I've mentioned it once or twice already because that Sam gives me Jaguar vibes. Even her, Marinette, Mistral. There you go. Mistral.
Hey, he got there.
Mistral. Yeah.
It worked.
Mistral.
It only took him 4 degrees.
Mistral totally also gave me massive Contra vibes. Like, I know this isn't Konami. I mean, yes and no. It's their IP, if you will, right? But like, I wonder, like, if Platinum was also given some other like potential, like, here's a bunch of concept art we had, or concept characters, or if they themselves were like, you know what, like, we know Konami makes also Metal Gear, because even her, trust, I got tiny bits of Lament of Innocence vibes in there, like with the whip kind of thing. I was like, yeah, like even her combo, because you get her weapon, right? I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I wasn't sure if Chris made that. Yeah. You get her weapon, and like some of the combos, I'm like, dude, this is total like fucking Castlevania, combo system here, So
wait, so is there a way to fight her to not get her weapon?
No, I just wasn't sure if you like beat her and then shut the game off. That's
okay, yeah. I watched the cutscene after that, and then I did like it said, oh, you can upgrade some stuff, so I did that real quick, and then I shut off the game.
Yeah. Okay, I upgraded, and then it starts you in the next cutscene. We'll save that for next episode. So I literally started like,
is so ridiculous for the next chapter.
We'll talk about this next. Yeah. I'll save it for next one.
Oh shit!
But yeah, like I said, anyone else out there, like I said, any other fans of Contra getting those same vibes? Like I said, I totally get Neo Contra out of this fucker. Even the way she presents herself, I'm like, dude, this is just like fighting the Contras in Neo Contra. I'm like, this is literally what reminds me so much of it. So
I need to go through those games because, like I said, all I played was like 1, and then maybe a little bit of 3. Is that Alien Wars?
Alien Wars. Sorry, Alien Wars. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's not a lot of it, but just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
if anything, you should play Shattered Soldier and Neo Contra just for the sake of those are the well, not the most modern games now, but those ones totally came after Metal Gear, and they were trying. Konami was like, what if we took Contra and made it Metal Gear? So I think you should totally play those ones.
That's so funny because that's like literally how Metal Gear was born, because it's just like, hey, can we make something like I guess not like Contra, but something that was just like just shooting everywhere? And they're like, no, we can't with this fucking software. This hardware fucking sucks.
Oh yeah,
let's make something still. Yeah, remember we talked about that? How it was just like they hired Kojima to fucking. They're basically trying to make a clone of some other. It was like the top down parts that you like from Contra 2 or Super Contra.
Yeah.
It's like, can you make this? And it's just like, no, not on the MSX2. This thing fucking blows. It's just like, well, what about a stealth game? And they're like, you're stupid. And it's like, fucking do it anyways if you want. Fucking 40 years later.
Yeah.
Here we are.
But yeah, so far, like I said, I'm digging the game. I think we all are. I think so far unanimously we're like, cool, we're accepting it. Oh yeah, I forgot to say he kills her totally fucking Terminator 2 fucking style. Where he freezes her. He kills menstrual.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I forgot about it. I'm just literally watching the last of that cutscene.
I heard you say Tomb Raider 2.
No, Terminator 2.
And I was like, I haven't played Tomb Raider 2.
So I was wondering if there's a way to like not to slice the liquid nitrogen, but I'm assuming that's just you have to.
Yeah. Quick question. How are you guys slicing and dicing? Are you using the face buttons or the right stick?
By both. I just mix and match depending.
I'm using the face buttons.
Yeah, I'm using face buttons. I'm so inaccurate with the right stick. It's like Monster Hunter 1 on PS2. It's like nope.
I do that. I do the right stick when I have fun with slicing. But if I'm just like I want you dead, I'll just use the face buttons.
Yeah.
I'd be like vertical, horizontal, done. Move on.
Yeah.
But if I want to get like, I'm gonna do some diagonal ones, some fucking
The thing that throws me off is that I'm still like pressing forward with the left stick, so I'm like looking down, and I'm like, oh, I forget that when you're in that mode, your camera control is now your left stick.
Yeah. I get what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
what were you gonna say earlier?
I was gonna say, we kind of forgot to say. So, final to end this chapter, I guess you call that one dude, or he finds out she's dead, and he blows himself up. What I don't even know what he was doing again, because he just literally dies. He blows up some kind of giant container.
I don't really know. I have to watch that again because I was listening to you guys.
Well, they were at a refinery, so I assume it was oil or something like that.
So, that's right. Yeah. Well, he goes, "This is Russian made," and blah blah blah. Like it almost kind of gave me like vibes of like Sergei Lukovich,
with his Russian hat and everything.
Yeah, and then just like the pride for Russia kind of concept.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah. So
Dolzev's.
That's his name. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Prior to her death, Mistral contacts Dolzev, apologizing for her failure and telling him to live strong. She then said, "I love you with all my heart" in French. Yes, I told you.
Oh, okay.
I know je t'aime. I took French.
So she didn't say I would have put out. I was ready to go all the way tonight.
Yeah. Tonight was the night we were going to lose our virginity. Or at least you were. I had already lost it many times before.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, cool. Well, I'm glad we're all enjoying this. It's just as good as I remember. Something in my brain tells me when I first played this, I played it on hard because I was still that gamer back then.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely.
Well, you still are now, dude. Dude, there was recently a game you were like, "I'm playing this on hard." I'm like, "What the fuck's wrong with you, bro?" I don't remember what.
Oh, well, that was MGS3 on European.
No,
Extreme.
Something else too.
Oh, and 4. I did 4 on. I think I did 4 on European Extreme also.
Jeez. Something on your Steam, I think, or on your streaming stuff. You're like, "Oh, I'm beating this," and you beat it on hard, and I was like, "Dude, you're fucking madman, dude." But
I guess I still do that, but I didn't want to do that in this one. I wanted to.
Yeah.
I wanted to doing that one on the story this time.
And I'm doing this one on hard. That's what's hella funny.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I wanted to mention is when I played it the first time through, I definitely was like, I don't care about the story. I wasn't listening to Codec Calls. I wasn't calling anyone. I was just like, I just want to chop things in half. Mm-hmm. I definitely. I had no idea what the fuck was going on. So this is the first time for me. Like this is my second time playing through this game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I didn't own it on PS3. I rented it from fucking GameFly, I think.
Oh.
Beat the shit out of it. God damn, it was hard on hard. But then
shit.
and then I bought this when there was that Metal Gear sale. I don't know how many episodes ago, sometime last year. I think when I told Chris right now is the perfect time to buy these. Don't look at the titles.
It was almost a year ago in summertime. I think. Right around summertime.
Yeah, like it was like $17 or some shit. I was like, well, this is the time. Like, I know I'm not going to play it until we get to the episode, but that's
because it's $30 fucking dollars. I was like, dude, I don't want to pay $30 for this shit, dude. That's why I was like, to my buddy, like, hey man, can I log into your thing? He's like, oh no, just fucking.
And you weren't gonna, you were probably gonna find like a used PS3 copy.
Yeah,
but then your fucking PS3 died.
I literally. Because I was like, I gotta add it to my collection anyways. I actually, speaking
otherwise, I would have told you like, hey, get on Steam at this time.
Yeah. I literally was at GameStop earlier today, and I saw it for PS3, Metal Gear Rising. I'm like, shit, I kind of want to buy it. It's like $17.
Yeah, I did collection, man.
Yeah, enough for my collection.
GameStop?
Yeah, they had it on like one of the shelves.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
it's so weird to see even that generation. Stuff on their shelves is just like, hey, shouldn't there be a Funko Pop here? What's going on?
Yeah, exactly. They're just so changing, dude. They're oh my god, they're so different. They're no longer the game store, really. They're your chucheria store now, dude. Fuck.
They're what?
Chucheria.
What's that?
Chucheria. Oh, that means like junk. Your junk store. Like just knick-knack store. Like
yeah.
That's all they have is just shit, dude.
Yeah,
I mean, it's cool, but like, you were a game store at one point. GameStop. What happened?
Yeah,
you were known to find cool shit.
Yeah, we used to camp out outside of your fucking building to buy games. Now we're like, nah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well,
cool. What's the next checkpoint, sir?
Next checkpoint is mission 03. So finish mission 03. Like I said, there's just 8 missions. So
02 and 03. Okay.
Yeah, 02 and 03. They should be the same length. I'm guessing this game is quite short compared to other Metal Gears.
So far, it seems that way because like I said, I was surprised that I beat it in one day.
Well, that's good. I mean, that means you were loving it too.
Yeah. I expect it'll get more difficult from here, and I will die a lot more. But yeah, I was shocked that I got to the checkpoint in day 1, and I was like, oh, dang, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I am very much loving this game. It's probably going to take my number 1 spot after this.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I was going to say, now that you mention it real quick, if you are truly loving this game, then I definitely think you should, like in between checkpoints or sessions, give Devil May Cry a try, man. I think you'd like Devil May Cry.
Okay.
The first one was good, and 2 I hated, and then 3 and whatever after that's all right.
Well, 2, man, they made 2 so fucking hard that it was just unfun. Oh wait, no, was it too easy?
I just got the storyline kind of killed it for me. Like I was like, what the fuck's going on? Like, this is stupid. I'm like, I don't care no more.
I can't remember now. I feel like shit. It's like one or the opposite because then they overcorrected on 3. On
I think the 2 might have been too easy then because I think 3
that's what it was.
I think, but like I said, I don't remember. But 1 was fun. 1 was definitely fun. I enjoyed 1. It's definitely
perfect. Devil May Cry.
I was gonna say it's good. It definitely aged. It's definitely aged, but it's definitely fun. I like 1. I haven't played that in a long time. I should play it myself.
It's on PC somewhere. Devil May Cry PC.
But yeah, like
GOG, oh man, it's on GOG.
If you're definitely digging this game and like I said, and you want to be like, hey, I got nothing to do till Friday. Like, if you have a chance, play that game. It's good.
Okay.
But like the OG one, not the one with the emo looking fucking Dante on the front. But they tried to
Yeah, that reboot. I heard it was still fun, and I'm sure I played a tiny bit of it, but the original was so much good. Like you said, Chris, you like some Chris, I'm sorry to say, but like you want some fucking white people air guitars and shit, 1's got it for you, man. 1's got the fucking white snake shit on there.
What are his guns' names?
Ebony and Ivory, I think it are.
Is that what he names them?
I think so. I don't remember. Something like that.
Okay. Oh, no. It's not on GOG. It says vote to bring this game to GOG and help preserve it. So you can vote for it.
Okay.
There we go. I voted for it.
My vote will make a difference.
That's right. My vote. Yeah. I'm putting my part. What is it? Is that what it is from
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part, yes. Starship Troopers.
I love that meme. I ain't do fucking shit. That's how I feel with this podcast. We're like, I edited it. Chris is like, I made fucking shorts. I'm like, I ain't do fucking shit.
Oh man.
I showed up, man.
Yeah. All right. Well, we got our checkpoint. I'm glad you guys are enjoying this because like you said, this is like people are like, this is not Metal Gear to me, but it's a nice spinoff. It's a nice change of pace, and it's nice to see Raiden getting some love because he was so hated for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly.
Yeah.
So So, like I said, yeah, we'll find out what happens. I'm interested to know if we'll get a Rose mention or will she get kidnapped? Will she get kidnapped? And Ryan will have to save her or some bullshit, or Little John.
I'm skipping that mission. Just like Noise forgot about Chapter 3 and MGS4. I'll forget about that part.
I don't even know about that whole game. I don't know what you're talking about. By the way, did you guys have any troubles collecting all the thingies?
What thingies?
And on the map, there's things to collect.
No troubles. I don't know. Well, unfortunately, I don't know if I've missed any. That's why I want to I wish I can go back and play certain segments again.
You gotta use your solid eye thing.
I will mention that one more time. I've been using that a lot, a little bit too much, and I kind of don't like that. Because I remember in the Batman Arkham games, I'm in detective mode all the time, all the fucking time. You're like, dude, this wall, floor, this thing. Yeah, this thing, can I grapple on that thing? And so it does take away a little bit from the game. But like I said, again, you don't have to do it. But I've been turning it on
when I'm looking for. Like once I'm done with a little arena, then I'll look for stuff.
Yeah. Exactly.
Did you get any of the VR missions?
Yeah, I got some VR missions.
Mm-hmm,
yep.
I haven't
launched any, but
I got one at least. I might have got. I don't know if I've gotten any more than that.
I got like shit. I got like 2, 2 or 3, and I was gonna launch one, but I'm like, nah. I'm like, I'll do it later. Yeah, like I said, because I was having fun. I'm like, nah. I'm like, sorry. Just the thought of VR, even though it's probably going to play like the game, I'm like, ooh, it'll probably be fun. I'm like, VR, nah, I think I'm okay.
Well, did you run the tutorial?
The tutorial?
Yeah. I did the tutorial a little bit, and then I was like, fuck this, and I went into the game.
Because the tutorial was basically VR.
Yeah. Right. It literally was, yeah. Yeah, like I said, if it's anything like, even like the basic VRs were good. Like I said, we already talked about that. We won't go into that detail again, but
why not?
But no, because it's the same detail that I trick myself. But anyway, if it's also like acid VR missions, if you will, where it's like, ooh, you blow up this plane in 2 minutes, or fucking, sneak attack these guys, or chop off 17 hands. I'm like, ooh, I'm kind of interested in that,
Yeah, see, that's why I wish you guys got to the latter half of the actual VR missions disc, because that's what those were.
Yeah,
those beginning ones are so like, oh god.
They are
go through all this shit, and then you finally get to the good stuff.
Twice. Because the first time is just to unlock the time attack mode, wasn't it? Something like that.
I think time attack mode was already open, dude, or maybe not. I don't know.
Something like that.
I said, I played that till what the fuck? What was it, like 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning? I don't know why I did that shit, but I 100% in that motherfucker, and nothing to show for it because I did it on PS3 like an idiot. Now I have to do it again on Master Collection. Fuck my life. Anyways,
cool.
Thank you guys so much for listening to Codec Calls in Metal Gear Saga Podcast. Yes, if you'd like to contact us, you can do so by email, fans.pixelbenders@gmail.com, or you can leave us a codec message at 209-791-0995. But the best way to interact with us is on Discord. We have the link down below. We have a great community, really talented people too.
Yeah,
who are showing off stuff with the Metal Gear project. So if anyone's interested in looking at any of that stuff and cheering on and convincing him to, we were talking about him earlier, Danny Boy, convincing him to put a Patreon or something that we can support him with. One of our members is doing that. He's doing a little Metal Gear project. But yeah, join our Discord, totally free. Chris and I are kind of back on Twitch, so twitch.tv/dammitchris or /noise1ttv if you want to see us there and interact with us live as we're playing games not related to Metal Gear. But you can also support the podcast through Patreon. You get live access to pod recordings, early access to episodes, you get a chance to be one of our guests, and also bonus content like movie reviews and film commentaries and other podcasts, bonus podcasts and stuff like that. Yeah, leave us a review. It helps us. It helps the podcast algorithm. I don't know, because it's not the YouTube algorithm, but yeah, leave us a review. We'd greatly appreciate it. Let us know your true thoughts on the pod, and the best way to get the word out is to share us on your socials or word of mouth. If there's a person to your right, just tell them, hey, you like Metal Gear? Listen to this podcast. Hey, you don't like Metal Gear? Listen to this podcast, because they also talk about frames per second and frame timings and whatever.
All kinds of shit. Movie references.
Yeah, we make, Rush Hour comes by every once in a while for no goddamn reason. It's just Rush Hour. Well, yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. I've been Noise.
Hey guys, I'm Riser.
And I am Blue Rhino Boss.
And we'll see you guys next time. Cut up some boxes.